Just testing some stuff out here because we're gonna go live in just a moment. Hope you'll enjoy the jazz. Hopefully it's not too loud or anything. I'm gonna be marathoning through MGS1 again because I feel like doing it. It's one of my favorite games of all time. It's my birthday time, so I can choose what I want to play, and I want to marathon Metal Gear Solid 1. So I'm writing out a message to everyone. Going to be marathoning one of my favorite games of all time. I'm gonna be marathoning one of my favorite games of all time. MGS1. Because it is my birthday. And yeah, wait. Let's do some stuff on here. Yep. Gonna be marathoning MGS1. Just a moment. Let's see. There we go. Gonna be live in just a moment. Gonna be marathoning one of my favorite games of all time. Discord's acting weird. It's doing some weird interactive thing. Gonna be marathoning one of my favorite games of all time, MGS1 all night because it is my birthday and I feel like playing one of my all-time favorite video games. There we go. And we can throw in a little winky face with the cake right there. Cool, and I'm just gonna cut that, and that is going directly into the Discord. I know we already played MGS1 once before, but that was saving Otacon route. We're gonna be doing saving Metal route this time around. Although not with the same save data. I'm actually playing off my PS3 this time. Last time I did it with something else. We'll see how that goes. Catbox doing okay. Catbox is still doing stuff right here. Hey, turn off, how's it going? Yeah, we're gonna be doing stuff. Got inspired to just marathon. Last time we had to break Metal Gear Solid 1 into parts, which was bad when we tried doing an archive. But this time, I feel like we can actually, you know, I'm just gonna pause the music right there. This time I feel like we can just marathon the entire first Metal Gear Solid 1 in one playthrough. This time we're gonna be saving Meryl. That's what we're gonna be doing. Going on the saving Meryl route. Because last time, we didn't save Meryl, we decided to go after Otacon. But this time, we're gonna be doing it again. This time we're gonna be saving Meryl. But before then, let's get some mission briefing, because I still gotta type out some stuff, so I'll just play back this for folks watching for the first time. You're watching the first time on the stream and stuff, and oh, hey, Best Boy Meta, thank you for throwing in that new sub. Whoa, wait, how many is that? Yeah, Best Boy Meta, like, thank you for the tier 3 sub 3 months in a row. Thank you.
Just stopping by.
Yeah, we're about to go live in a moment with some stuff. We're gonna be doing the save Meryl route of Metal Gear Solid 1 as a full-on marathon, because it's my birthday and I feel like playing games I want to play at the moment, and I'm feeling Metal Gear Solid 1 today. We already did it before with Otacon, many streams ago, back when I first started streaming on Twitch. But that archive is long gone, so since I'm working on a YouTube archive now, I felt like we could start a new data and do the Rescue Meryl route. So it'll be a little bit different for those who tuned in the last time, but this time, we got something special. So let's start watching some of these cutscenes while I do some background stuff. But in the meantime, we can watch these. gives more insight and commentary. I might go over the same facts that I said the last time when I was getting facts and trivia about the game, but that's because the old archives of those Metal Gear streams are no longer around.
It's been a long time, Snake.
I should have known you were behind this, Colonel.
Be sure to tell me if the audio mixing is good, because this is a PlayStation 1 game, which is different than a Wii U game, which has some different audio balancing than the Wii U, which we last played on. So, tell me if I am too loud or if the game is too loud. Sounding good to you, Turn Up? Okay, I'll take your word for it.
I'm retired from Foxhound. You're not my commander anymore, and I don't have to take orders from you or anyone else.
You will take these orders. I know it.
Excuse me.
Who's this?
Dr. Naomi
Let's see.
Hunter. She's chief of Foxhound's.
Yeah, there's all the background story here. Technically, they do the recap of this in the opening movie for the game, but they also did a stylistic,
Civilian.
like, cutscene right here, which is a little bit different than some of the other audios you may hear or see about the game.
What's the shot for?
What's wrong? You don't like shots?
Snake, listen up. It all went down 5 hours ago. Heavily armed soldiers occupied Shadow Moses
In the
Island,
Twin Stakes
remote
version of
island off
this,
the coast
they
of
actually
Alaska.
made this into a 3D cutscene
soldiers.
where you adjust the camera wherever you
Next
want to.
generation
But I like the
special
stylistic
forces, led
sprite
by
base
members of
design they're going here, where it's all dark and swampy, because it makes it really feel like the old,
Washington with a
like,
single demand,
you're looking at some
and they
old
say that if it
archive
isn't
footage
met,
of some secret
they'll
briefing
launch a
tape you're not
nuclear
supposed
weapon.
to be looking into.
A nuclear weapon.
I'm afraid
Yeah,
so.
October 21st, 20 years ago.
You see, the island is the site
Crazy,
of a
right?
secret nuclear weapons disposal
The game just
facility.
recently had its 20th anniversary not too long ago,
Foxhound
like a couple
hijacking
of
a
weeks
nuclear
back.
weapon?
20th anniversary, it's
Now
freaky.
you understand how serious the situation is. You'll have 2 mission objectives. First, you're to rescue the DARPA.
I hope you guys
chief,
don't mind the layout I used
Donald
here. I'm actually
Anderson.
using the layout I normally use
And the
for our
president of
Pokemon
Arms
Crystal
Tech,
Clear
Kenneth
Nuzlocke,
Baker.
which is, you know, another
They're both being held
4x3
as
game.
hostages.
Well, not exactly 4x3, but it's a square-shaped
Some heavy
title.
duty
And then, since this
hostages.
is an older MGS title, I don't like
Secondly,
stretching
you're to
out
investigate whether
the
or not the
picture.
terrorists
This is
had
the
the
old
ability to
square
launch a nuclear
style.
strike
So I hope you
and
guys
stop them
don't
if
mind
they
this.
do.
If you prefer the chat being on the
Questions,
left
Snake?
side, be sure to tell me.
Questions?
Actually, this is a good
haven't
question,
even
because
said
I want to
whether
know
I'd
this
accept
when we go
this
back to
mission.
doing
Well, you
Nuzlocke
can
stuff.
make
If
up
you
your
like the
mind after you
chat
hear
being on the
more
left
about the
side,
situation.
tell me you like it on the left side. You like it on the right side, tell me you like it on the right side. For today's stream, we'll keep it on the right side, but I want to know this for, like, future reference. Like, what's my community's preference on what side the screens are on? Like, left or right? Oops, wrong button. God, this is an older MGS title, so I gotta...
Colonel, I don't work for the government anymore. Let me go back to Twin
Oh, you're
Lakes.
used to having chat on the right
Why,
side.
Snake?
Cool.
Is your life in Alaska all that great?
There's a dog sled race this week. Next Saturday, I have to be in Anchorage.
The Iditarod, the longest sled race in the
I'm a
world.
musher.
When did you
Yeah,
become a
Snake's a
dog
musher. That's what he does.
Right now, my 50
Metal
huskies
Gear.
are my only family. I've got to take care
Sorry,
of
I'm
them.
just... I saw the guys playing Metal Gear earlier and stuff, and I'm like,
Don't worry
ah,
about
man,
your
you know what? It's my birthday. I haven't
What do you
played a Metal
mean?
Gear on stream in,
Sorry,
like,
Snake,
forever.
but this vessel
And
is
we
headed
lost,
for the
again, we
Bering
lost
Sea.
the
There's no
archives
room
of
for
the
debate.
first playthrough we did of
I
this.
told you.
Because that was
Even if
many
I do
months
owe
ago.
you, I don't know anything
So I
to this
wanna
army or this country.
You
Have a full
will
playthrough
accept
of
this
MGS1
assignment.
Why should I be
available
stupid
on an
enough to do
archive.
that?
So
I'm
that's
no
why we're doing this
patriot.
Save Meryl
There's enough
playthrough.
dirt in your
No
file
special
from
tricks
the
or anything.
days,
We're not going to be
Snake,
using the
to
stealth
keep
cam
you
of
in the
Emoticon or
stockade until
anything.
you're a very
Or
old
having
man.
Oh, I see.
007 Solid
No,
Snake with a
Snake.
tuxedo
I
yet.
prefer to look at
But we're
it
just gonna
as
be starting
helping you
fresh.
come to a decision more
Although you may
easily.
see some Easter
Anyway,
eggs as we play
I know
along.
you better than that. You take this assignment even without the threat.
Why do you say that?
You're a natural-born soldier. You're not the
I'm a
grow
musher,
old
though.
gracefully type. It's the same for all of us who've seen real action. The only
Man, the
place
voice
we
acting in
can
this is
feel
still pretty
truly
great.
alive is on the battlefield.
It's a darn shame they couldn't have,
I'm a
like,
soldier, too.
HD
I
recording
know those
technology back
feelings
then.
of
That's why they didn't
powerlessness,
use the original audio
frustrations
for
you feel every day.
MGS1 in
You've tried
Twin
to play
Snakes.
the Boy
Because if
Scout
they were to
out in
convert that
Alaska,
audio,
but
this
you can't
audio into
race dogs in the
HD,
snow
you could
forever.
hear, like, cars and people
Why don't you come
talking
back to us
from, like, another room.
and be a soldier again?
Because they actually,
my
they literally
life is
recorded
some
these
kind of
lines in a
joke?
closet,
Snake,
according to interviews.
I just want to give you back your purpose in life.
So, waiting for that to load up. Oop. Oh, nope. Wait a minute. Go back to the briefing. We weren't done yet. Because circle is confirm and X is exit. It's an older Metal Gear title, so we're just gonna watch all these. And then we're gonna start our journey to marathon the entire game
Tell me about
in
the
one
nuclear
sitting,
weapon
if it's
disposal
possible.
facility.
Because last time we had to take breaks in between. No, this time I want to see if I can absolutely marathon this. That is what I want to try doing. It's my birthday. I make the rules
Someone needs to penetrate.
as to what I feel like doing,
Sounds like a spy
and that's
movie.
what I feel like doing at the moment.
What's the
However, if you
insertion
guys have some recommendations for games and other stuff, I am totally open for
Not with the
suggestions.
storm
Feel free to
going
throw it down in the Discord or in the chat, and I'll see if I can maybe add that to our games pending list. What I think I'm going to do is in like a couple days, like maybe after my birthday weekend, I'm going to make a poll with a couple of like different game options and see what games you guys want to see next to show on stream, between some stuff that people already suggested, stuff that I was already in the middle through, and stuff I was already doing. Just out of curiosity, which you guys are actually
The
into.
nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Well, yeah, the anniversary for the game
This is a top-secret black op.
in
Don't
Japan is
expect
different than the
any official
anniversary for
support.
it in America, but most people remember the Western release of the game when they refer to the anniversary. Oh yeah, and MGS2 had its anniversary on the 12th. Pretty cool. Pretty awesome. So I'm probably going to throw in a little bit of bits of
the time
information,
limit?
fun
24
facts,
hours.
trivia, stuff I may have covered last
need to
time
launch after
when we played
24
MGS1.
hours.
But I'm doing it
they
again
say
for the
what the
sake of
target will be?
archiving.
So far, they haven't.
Oh yeah,
mentioned
dude,
the
no,
target.
trust me, I heard of Beautiful
the
Joe.
countdown start?
I know Beautiful Joe.
5 hours
Like,
ago.
made by the same guy who made Devil May Cry 1, part of Team Clover, which eventually ended up becoming Platinum Games. Kamiya worked on it. It was pretty awesome. I liked the PS2 version because Dante was an actual playable character in that game. Same with Alistair and a couple of other stuff. They had other playable characters in Beautiful Joe 1, but I really liked, I really liked the PS2 version of Beautiful Joe 1, since, you know, it had Dante as a playable character. Yeah, you had Beautiful Joe 2, you also had Beautiful Joe on DS, Beautiful Joe on the PSP,
Colonel, who
Red
are
Hot
you
Rumble.
speaking
There's a lot of different
Naturally,
Beautiful
I'm
Joe games out there. I wish they'd
representing
make a
the
new
US
one.
government.
But with
Who's in supervisory control of this
Clover
operation?
being dysfunctional
The
and,
President of the United States.
well, yeah,
Which means that the president
Clover's no
has been
longer a
meeting with his
thing.
top
But
aides
Platinum
in the
Games
Mac
is.
room
If
about now,
Capcom can make a deal
At
with
this
them,
point, they're still
I wouldn't mind if they
videoconferencing
made another
with each
Beautiful
other.
Joe. It would be
If
pretty
that's
great,
a real
pretty
nuclear
awesome.
warhead, shouldn't they issue a COG?
Not yet. The Secretary of Defense has operational control and is fully aware of the situation. After you infiltrate, if you determine they possess nuclear launch capabilities, a COG will be issued.
COG.
Well, if they haven't
Metal
relocated to
Gear.
the nuclear shelter under Mount Washington, I suppose there isn't that much reason to worry yet. Is the National Security Agency in on this?
Yes. So is the DIA, the Defense Intelligence Agency.
The DIA? I'm starting
Remember,
to
you gotta
get
remember,
feeling
in these
about
games,
They'll
Snake
be
is a
sending
parrot.
some
He
support.
questions
Don't
everything he
believe the
hears.
desk jockeys.
Well,
We need a
everything he
nuclear
hears.
weapons
Heard.
specialist.
That's what.
Of
Everything he
course.
hears,
A
he's a
nuclear
parrot
weapons
too.
specialist has already been assigned
So if you
to
ask
us.
him stuff like questions, like he even questions the word questions. Closest we had from Platinum was Wonderful 100, and that was okay at best. Yeah, Wonderful 100 was okay, but not no Beautiful Joe.
We need backup from a specialist. I'm just an amateur when it comes to nuclear weapons.
Yeah, nuclear
I know.
weapons.
That's why I've requested the assistance of a
Which you have to go
military
through the
analyst
entire
named
game without
Stasha
calling.
Romanenko. She'll be
You literally
providing
call her
the
at the last
codec.
minute, and
female
she'll be like,
analyst?
"Oh, I'll be helping you on
She's
this mission,
built up an
Snake."
impressive
Like, yeah,
record as
sure,
an
I'm
advisor
right
for
about
the
to finish the
nuclear
mission,
emergency service team.
Anastasia.
Contact her.
You
if
call her
have any
literally at the
questions.
last minute,
She's
and she
also
acts
an
like
expert
she'll
on
be helping you
high-tech
for the whole
weapons.
mission. It's like, oh, it's great to
Where's
have
she
your
working
help.
from?
Oh, wait, I'm already done with the mission.
At her
There we
home in
go.
Los Angeles.
Oh, man, it's
California.
pretty good. I love
Seems like
doing
a
that. It's a
million miles
good
away.
gag. I wasn't able to pull it off exactly how I wanted to last time, but I want to see if I can do it this time. It's a very, very good gag that you could do within the game itself. So, it was about Roy Campbell, who is also the grandfather in Ben Tennyson,
Colonel, you're
or Ben
retired.
10,
Why are you involved?
and
in this?
also the voice
There
of
aren't many
Perceptor
people who know
in
Foxhound
Transformers
as well as I
G1.
do.
Is that really
very
the only reason?
I've
Fun
been
fact,
soldiering for a long
Paul
time.
Edding, good
I
good
don't
voice
know
actor.
anything else.
He's a cool
I
dude.
guess
Met him
even though
once
I'm getting
before.
a little old, I still
Conventions and
love
stuff.
to be in the field.
Colonel, you're a lousy liar. Tell me the real reason.
Okay, Snake. Sorry. I'll be frank.
Jaeger. He'll be Frank
A
Jaeger.
person very dear to me is
Frank
being
Jaeger.
held
Nah,
hostage.
that's something
Who
else.
is it?
That is coming till later.
My niece, Meryl.
Meryl. Meryl. Hey Snake, what's your favorite Pokemon? Meryl. So,
What was your niece doing here?
you know, the novel
Several
version of
soldiers were reported
Metal Gear
missing
Solid
the day of
1,
the
they
revolt.
actually cover some of the stuff
And my
that
niece was one of those called in as an emergency
happens with
replacement.
Meryl being right there.
She looks like you.
She's my little brother's girl.
Not exactly.
He died in
Spoiler
the Gulf
alert.
War. Since then, I've been watching after her.
Sure, totally.
Personal motive.
Roy's
Colonel.
got this. He's
That's not
totally
very
telling the truth
soldierly.
here.
I'm
That's
retired.
what he's
I'm
doing.
just an old man now. And I'm your friend.
He's
Since when are we friends?
I've thought
Friends
of us as
since
friends
Zanzibar.
Since the fall of Zanzibar.
It's true, because he was only introduced in
My
Metal Gear
personality,
2,
I don't
Solid
have too many
Snake.
friends.
That's what I trust about
Oh, look
you.
at that extreme
It's what
close-up.
makes you
Pixelated
human.
extreme close-ups are
Snake.
always a fun time.
Save my niece, Meryl.
All right. But I have two conditions.
Name them.
One, no more secrets.
Yeah, that's
between
not gonna
us.
happen,
I want
Snake.
complete disclosure at all times.
You're gonna
Two,
get a whole
I'll
lot of
only
secrets
accept
coming to
orders
you.
directly from you, Colonel. No cutoffs involved, okay?
Anything he did Simon Eternal Darkness and he's wrecking too.
Agreed. That's why I was called. But one thing.
Actually, it's Paul
I'm
Edding.
not a colonel anymore.
Unless
Just
he was
a
under
retired
Pacific one back
old
then. I don't know.
warhorse.
Because sometimes they have
I
to,
understand.
if it's a union job or a non-union job, they might have to do some alternative naming or some stuff. Alright, let's hear about Dr. Naomi. Yet again.
That doctor, is she part of this operation too?
She was in charge of Foxhound's gene therapy. She knows more about those men than anyone
Not really.
else.
You mean you've seen them naked?
Okay, I'm gonna
Make
cut
no
down on the
mistake. I'm not a
spoiler
nurse.
stuff. I'm actually gonna
I'm
have to
a
highlight,
scientist.
probably say, spoiler
Why?
full
What was that injection?
Metal Gear Solid
It's
1
a combination of
playthrough.
nanomachines and an anti-freezing peptide
Yeah, that's what
so
I'm
that
gonna
your
do.
blood and other
Just
bodily
full
fluids don't
marathon,
freeze,
Metal Gear Solid
even
1,
at
full of
subarctic
spoilers.
temperatures.
Nanomachines.
Not just one kind either. There are different types which will replenish the supply of adrenaline, nutrition,
Tell them about
and
the ones that
sugar
give
in
them
your
Fox Die.
bloodstream.
That's definitely gonna be fun.
Now I don't have to worry about food.
Alright,
I also
so
put
here
some
we go.
nootropics
Hashtag,
in
we're
there.
on
Say
Twitch
what?
right about now.
No
Because we're gonna be doing
Class
a
of drugs which will help
marathon. It
improve
should
your
be
mental
Twitch
functioning.
Marathon, though. Is Twitch
Will
Marathon
make me
its own?
smarter, huh? Anything
Nah, it
else?
doesn't have its own
Yes.
tag as far as I can tell.
Benzotrine. It's a
Okay,
type
just
of
Twitch.
stimulant. It'll keep
Hashtag
you alert and
Metal
responsive
Gear.
for 12 straight hours.
That was
Hashtag
what cocktail. Anything
marathon.
else in there?
Those nanomachines will also keep your
Not
codex
to be confused with
values
Marathon, the
charged up.
PC game. Marathon.
I guess
That
I
was
can
made by
call you
Bungie.
when I'm ready to go on a diet.
It would be cool if
welcome.
we ever got a remake of that, but that's kind of tied in with Halo, so I'm not sure if they still even publish the rights for that. Hard to say. Alright. Detailed information. Give me information on the hostages. It's not going to matter much for Snake anyway.
The chief of DARPA and the president of
And
an
a
arms
machine, son.
manufacturing company. What business did they have at a
You know,
nuclear
Senator
weapons disposal
Armstrong,
facility?
like Senator Armstrong,
The
he would
truth
be
is that
active
secret
during this time when this
exercises
is
were
going
being
on.
conducted at the
But
time
we,
the
I wonder
terrorist
what he's
group
actually
attacked.
doing right now during
Extremely
MVS
important
one
exercises
time.
If those two were directly involved.
He
Were they
recently
testing
got like
some kind of
elected
new
as
advanced weapon?
senator
I'm
or
not
a
privy to
different
that
position
information.
before becoming senator.
Do we know
I have
exactly
to
where
double
they're
check the
being held?
timeline to see if
The
they give
DARPA chief
him
has also
more of a
been injected
backstory.
with the mini transmitter. As you get closer, you should be able to pick up his location on your radar.
Nuclear weapons. Was they actually just leave there after the events of the game, and eventually
They really
becomes
have the
non-nuclear
ability
because
to
they
launch
left
a
it
nuclear
there the
missile?
whole time.
They say they do.
It's a
They
pretty
even gave
crazy
us the
time.
serial number of the warhead
alive.
they plan to use.
What's the number confirmed?
I'm afraid so. At the very least, they've got their hands on a real nuclear warhead.
Real nuclear
Isn't there
warhead.
some kind of safety device to prevent this type of terrorism?
I didn't
Yes.
question it, but
Every missile and
he questions
warhead
a
in our
lot of
arsenal
stuff.
is equipped with a PAL, which uses a discrete detonation code.
Yeah, there you go.
PAL.
He
Permissive action
questions
link. The safety
everything.
control system built
which
into
I like.
all nuclear weapon systems.
That's actually a real. Well, I found out that's a
Even
real
so,
military thing
we
where they
can't rest
question
easy.
their superior officer just to be
Why not?
sure that
Because
there's
the
no
Dark Chief knows the detonation code.
mistakes when they're giving out an order.
even
They
if
give
they
the
had a
question mark
nuclear
even on
warhead, it
things
must
that
have
they
been
would
removed
know
from the
about,
missile.
just
All
so
the
that
missiles
if
on these
the
disposal sites are
briefing
supposed to
is
be
being
dismantled.
recorded
It's
or
not
the
that
orders
easy
are being
to get your
recorded, or
hands
if
on an
anything, that they
ICBM.
give confirmation of exactly
used
what
to
they're
be
asking.
true.
So there's
Since
no
the end of the Cold War, you can get
misconceptions
anything
or
if you have enough money
mistakes
and the
when they
right
actually
connections.
try saying they were under orders, which is actually pretty interesting. Very interesting case right there. That's why Snake is always parroting what he's hearing. He questions everything he hears as confirmation
How well armed
to
are
make
these
sure
terrorists?
everything is great
I
in
know
what
there
they
was
are
an
doing.
exercise going on at the time they revolted.
They're heavily armed, I'm afraid.
Heavily armed.
What about their battle experience?
The 6 members of Foxhound in charge are all hardened veterans. They're tough enough to eat nails and ask for seconds.
I wouldn't expect anything less from
His
Fox.
former unit.
The others are next generation
Which is pretty interesting
special
too,
forces.
because they are next
They're
generation
not your
special
average guys
forces.
either.
Might be hearing my neighbor doing something upstairs, but gotta get some more insulation in this room. That would definitely be helpful if I can do that at some point. Terrorist demands. What are the terrorist demands, Colonel? Making sure the Colonel can tell me about
So
the
what
terrorist
exactly are they
demands.
demanding?
Yeah, Solidus at this point is under the guise of George Sears, the president,
That's
which
right. To be more
Armstrong
accurate,
knows about
cell
George Sears. He
specimens
knew
which
about
contain
him
the individual's
because he commented him
genomic
at one point
information.
in the
Cell
original game. That's when they were
Why would they
building
want
up
that?
The
that one
terrorists
building
need them.
in
You see, these next
Revengeance.
generation special forces
the
have been
Zen
strengthened through gene
building
therapy.
around then. Like around then,
You've heard
they were
of
building
the
it up,
Human
and then the
Genome
other guy
Project.
took over for
They've been
him,
mapping the human genome.
and
They're
then
nearly
they both
finished.
end up getting eliminated in the same game in the
Following up
sequel.
on this research,
And then they just
the
end up with some
military
crazy
has been
Japanese
working
building by the end of
towards
it, which they end up taking
identifying
over
those
in
genes
Revengeance.
which are responsible for making effective soldiers.
So very interesting
There are genes that
timeline
do that?
stuff.
Yes. And using gene therapy, they're able to transplant those genes into
Regular soldiers. Yeah, Snake, regular soldiers. I just told you.
I'll explain
Just
this
told
part.
me. Yeah, we
Gene
told you a
therapy
second
can
ago.
remove
A
those
second
genes
ago.
which we know may lead
Are you just gonna
and
say
at the
everything
same
I'm saying,
time
Snake?
splice in
Snake.
genes with
Your
beneficial
code name.
effects, such
Code
as
name.
resistance to cancer, for
Okay, I
example.
think we're done here.
In other words,
Done here?
we can overcome all sorts of genetic
Yeah.
diseases and at the same time add genetic
That's-
characteristics as
Like if
desired.
Snake, if they really got Snake,
So if
like
you knew what
year,
genes
like
were
if they didn't
responsible
take
for
him out of
making a
retirement
perfect
during this
soldier,
mission, if they
you
actually
could
took him out of
implant them the
retirement a
same
couple more
way,
years
right?
later when the accelerated
Yes,
aging started
we
like
could.
But it all
seeping in,
depends on being able to
that's
isolate
how he'd
and
be.
identify
That's how
those
he'd be sounding
soldier
like.
genes.
And in order to do that,
If he was already
it's
just, if
helpful
he
to
stayed a
can
musher
study
for a
the
couple more
genomic
years, and then they told
information
him,
of one of
we
the
gotta put you back in the
greatest
field,
soldiers
Snake.
ever.
Be some crazy stuff. Which would be nuts if you saw that. Keep on watching more of these briefing tapes. Briefing tapes? Yeah, Snake, briefing
One of
tapes.
the
They
greatest
tell you what your
soldiers
mission
ever.
is.
The man they call the greatest warrior of the 20th century.
You don't mean Big Boss.
That's right. We've been working feverishly
patch.
to identify the genes responsible for his incredible combat.
Sometimes you gotta watch out because
So far,
sometimes
we've
in the
discovered
actual
about
concept
60 of
art they
the
actually
so-called
draw
soldier genes.
the eye patch on the wrong
His
eye.
body was recovered after all.
Yes. And
Look
his
at those
cells have
pixels.
remained frozen in a
Pretty beautiful, isn't it?
cryo-chamber. His genomic information
Super
is a priceless
zoomed in
treasure to mankind.
pixels.
Priceless to the military, perhaps.
His body was burned severely, but it was possible to restore his DNA profile from just a single strand of his hair.
Strand of his
You people are
hair.
amazing. And then you're gonna transplant those genes into soldiers?
Yes.
Soldiers.
We'll use a process that I discovered called gene targeting. The strongest soldiers don't become what they are by acquiring their skills through training or experience. We now know that hereditary factors are far more crucial for creating superior
soldiers.
Snake, we can't give them his body. It's potentially more dangerous than all the nuclear warheads.
Nuclear
on that
warheads.
island put together.
I'm just joking. I'm not gonna keep on
calling
doing
themselves
question
the
marks
sons
after
of
every
Big
single
Boss.
thing. That would be
Sons of
ridiculous.
Big Boss.
That'd be freaky. Alright, Snake, are you done with that briefing tape? Okay. Briefing tape. Over there. Snake's good. Next Generation Special Forces Unit.
Tell me about these next generation special forces.
They started out as an anti-terrorist special ops unit, made up of former members of biochem units, technical escort units, and a nuclear emergency search team. Their purpose was to respond to threats involving next-generation weapons of mass destruction, including NBC weapons.
Until they were added, that is.
Who's they?
These guys didn't start out as regular army.
Looks like a pretty international group.
Alright, I'm back.
Mercenaries.
I had to take care of something real fast.
And it gets worse.
But I'm good.
Most
Cool.
of them were from a merc agency that I think
Hey,
you're
Dragon,
familiar
how's it
with.
going?
They were part of
Doing
Big
good, Dragon?
Boss's private
Everybody doing
guard.
great? Fine.
After Big Boss went
We're gonna be
down,
marathoning
the
through
military just
Metal Gear
bought out all
Solid
the
1
contracts.
because my old archive of Metal Gear Solid 1 is no longer
After that,
around.
they merged with our own VR unit, Force 21, and retrained. If you ask me, these so-called next-generation special forces should be called simulated soldiers.
Simulated
They have
soldiers.
no real
No, I
battle
already said I'm not gonna do
experience.
that.
Video.
But I hope you guys are doing great. I'm
Don't
playing
forget
Spyro.
they've
Nice.
all
I
been
gotta get into
strengthened
Spyro
with
at some
gene
point.
therapy.
I haven't
They
picked
carry
up the
genes
game
which
yet,
make them
but I've been hearing good
excellent
things. I gotta
soldiers.
try out a little.
Don't get careless just because they
But,
don't have much
yeah.
experience.
Spyro's good.
I thought using genetically modified soldiers was prohibited by international law.
International
Yes.
law.
But those are just declarations.
Listen to
not
me. I
actual
say I'm not
cases.
gonna do that, and that's exactly what I end up
The
doing.
interesting thing is that nearly
What is up with
every
that?
member of the unit conspired in this attack.
I wonder how a coda calls actually sounds, since how it works, since it's apparently instant and occurs without you talking. Wonder how a coda call sounds and how it works. Apparently, it is instant and occurs without you talking. Yeah, it's all like nanomachines and stuff. It's gotta sound pretty trippy. You know, it's
How
technically
can an
all
entire
radio
unit
stuff.
be
The
subverted to
visuals of the
rebellion?
characters, they
They're
reference this in
calling
a
it
couple
a
of like production
revolution.
notes and stuff.
Since
The
they all
visuals that
went
we
through
see
the
in
same
codec
gene
calls,
therapy,
except for
they
instances
probably
like
felt closer than
on
brothers.
the codec calls in
They see the
MGS4,
unit as their
they
own
don't
family.
have video codec
Sounds
calls.
a
Those
big
video
boss.
stuff, that's for
But
the
if they were
convenience of the
regular
player
army, they must have been interviewed
to
periodically by
see the
army
emotion of the
counselors.
scene.
According to their
But
files,
when
they
they're
all got
actually doing
straight
codec
A's
calls,
on the
they don't see
psychological
anybody else.
tests.
They
all
see what they
seem
normally
like
see what's in
fine,
front of them.
upstanding, patriotic
To them, it's just a
soldiers.
radio.
But they all took part in the uprising?
No, several people didn't show up on the day of the exercise. That's why there was a resupply of troops.
Was there any sign recently that something might be wrong?
There was a report a month ago that they were acting strangely.
Apparently, they consulted
Acting
classified
strangely.
information about the soldier genes and performed their own gene therapy
Hey,
experiments.
really? I gotta stop
They
doing
can
that.
do that even without you?
Sorry, Metal Gear just
Well,
does
our
that to
gene
me.
therapy process is almost completely automated. And besides that, they're all geniuses with IQs over 180.
Even the existence of this genome army is a national secret of the
I'm gonna
highest
turn that
order.
down a
We've been
smidge
hoping to
because I
investigate this thing
am
quietly
away from the
and
microphone
deal with
until
it
I move
behind
up over
closed
here.
doors.
Foxhound unit. Wonder if you'd be interested in Gary's mod, a source engine, Sam, cameras, whatever. Like, Gary's mod is pretty good. I have it. I just haven't really had a chance to dabble with it too much right now because my computer exploded like about a month ago. So I had to like reinstall some stuff.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mattis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper
Yeah, Snake
Wolf,
has some pretty good mental
beautiful
fortitude.
and
You'll be
deadly
seeing that later on
sharpshooter.
once we actually get
Decoy
started.
Octopus, master of disguise.
Yeah, watch out for Decoy Octopus. He's
Vulcan
the
Raven,
he's the
giant
one
and
that's the
shaven,
most
and
dangerous.
Revolver Ocelot,
You never
specialist in
see him coming
interrogation and a
when he goes and
formidable
does his boss
gunfighter.
fight.
Looks like a lovely bunch of folks. Too bad
I
we're
already said this
meeting
is a
under
spoiler
these
full.
circumstances.
This is a spoiler
finally,
full
in charge of
MGS1
them,
playthrough. You guys
Foxhound
already
Squad
probably
leader,
know what's up with Decoy
Liquid
Octopus.
Snake.
Liquid
But
Snake.
I love doing that
Yes.
when I show
You're
the
the only
game
person
to
who
folks
can
who
stand against
never played Metal Gear Solid 1 before. I always hype up Decoy Octopus as being the most evil villain of Metal Gear Solid history. And then when you actually find out about Decoy Octopus, it's a good time. It's good times.
Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
The man with the same code name as you.
Tell me what
Decoy
you know.
Octopus, the one that dies immediately, and you didn't
Fought
even
in the
know it
Gulf
was
War
him.
as a
Right, exactly.
teenager, the youngest person in the SAS.
like Liquid Snake is the main villain of the game, but Decoy Octopus is the guy you really gotta watch out for. Decoy Octopus can be anywhere. I want to know where he is. Make sure it's not a decoy. Octopus. He could be anywhere. He could be Johnny. He could be Meryl. We'll never know. Decoy Octopus.
He was a spy for the British Secret.
Yeah, the DARPA chief is Sigint. That is confirmed. I can tell you that. Donald Anderson is Sigint. DARPA is the precursor. Sigint, Signal Intelligence. Sigint becomes the guy in charge of ARPA, which is the precursor to DARPA, and he eventually becomes the DARPA chief, part of the Patriots, that kind of stuff. A lot of cloak and dagger things. That's what they did.
Here's a photo of him.
Photo.
Pretty shocking, huh?
See, they gave also Snake the later hair color here, because they were actually thinking Snake and Liquid Snake would be more of an actual twin snakes, or actual twin brothers. So it's implied in the original, kind of like people were saying, and it's implied that Snake had to dye his hair in Metal Gear Solid 1. Back when it was just Metal Gear Solid 1 in the previous MSX games, he had to dye his hair into a darker color.
Why don't I find
just so he wouldn't be confused with Liquid Snake. That was a ongoing theory / rumor. But when they remade the game for, like, you know, Twin Snakes, and when they remade it for, not remade it, when they did the sequel, MGS2, they confirmed, nah, his hair actually is just brown. But back then, when they only had this stuff here, they were kind of implying his hair was, you know, blonde. Before having to dye it. Okay, we're going to...
I need to borrow your scissors.
Oh, there you go.
What are you going to do?
Right here, when he's borrowing the scissors.
Don't worry. Just gonna
and cleaning himself up a little.
Huh?
I don't want to be mistaken for the
Exactly, that's,
terrorists.
like, right here, that's where people are thinking he's also dyeing his hair, besides giving himself a haircut. Now I just need to make sure the stream's running okay on my phone. Metal Gear. Okay. Before that, just gonna do some testing, some button input testing, because I am also using a different method, because of the whole computer thing crashing, and not really sure if I had this stuff set up for the save data that I had last time. We're actually going to be playing off of my PS3 right about now. This is the digital PSN version of the game. I had the actual disc version of the game, but I believe that this version loads a little bit faster than me actually taking out the PS1 disc and putting it in my PS3, because PS3s are still backwards compatible with all PS1 video games. I still think that this digital one may be a little bit faster. So, we're going to be doing the game on this one right here. So the previous save data that we had before when we did the last playthrough, they aren't on here because of the whole computer wipe thing. I'm not even sure if I can find them or get those back. So that's why we're starting a new one right here. I have other save datas with this game 100% completed with all the other memory card saves and stuff, but those are all separate files on my PS3. I didn't have time to sort those out. So we're actually starting fresh. There might be one Psycho Mantis Easter egg save data that I put on there. You guys can try guessing what it is, what game I put on there as the Easter egg. But eventually when we do 00 Agent Solid Snake, I'm going to put as many save data Psycho Mantis Easter eggs that I can put on the game when we go do that. But let me get my stream on my phone. Making sure that's cool. Let me look that up. Metal Gear Solid 1. Metal Gear Solid. There we go. Metal Gear Solid 1. Actually, Metal Gear Solid 1, yes. Actually, let me go back. I'm going to update the title of the stream, because even though it's technically Metal Gear Solid, other Metal Gear Solids show up before it. Because it's not actually called MGS1, they just call it Metal Gear Solid 1, but I'm going to update the title so it says Metal Gear Solid 1, but the game itself still says Metal Gear Solid. Yes, update. And apparently, depending on whatever game you choose now, it fills in some of the tags, because I'm seeing action, strategy, adventure game, stealth, survival, automatically showing up on my tags after I change the game to Metal Gear Solid, as opposed to before when it was Smash Bros. I also finally going to use the birthday tag for the new tag system on Twitch, so that's pretty interesting. So let me switch over to Discord real fast. Gonna scroll down on Twitch, then we're going to resume, make sure my button inputs are okay, because we're gonna be marathoning this game as much as we can. So hopefully that is the itinerary. I'm hoping we don't have to cut this into multiple pieces, because it'll be way easier just to have one big marathon stream in the archive. But who knows? Stuff could happen, as shown in that last stream we did for Resident Evil, or the day before we did the last stream for Resident Evil. Lots of different stuff could happen. Now I'm just kind of vamping because Discord's acting weird. You okay, Discord? You need a moment? Chew it over with Twix? Is that what you need? Come on. Discord, don't actually work for me. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because Discord updated or I had to, like, reset my computer settings, but Discord has not been very cooperative since I reinstalled it to this computer after the big computer wipe. Like, when I'm streaming, it never wants to tell folks when I'm streaming. I have to manually do stuff to do that. Okay, OBS is good. Scrolling back down. On the Twitch page, gotta make sure the Twitch page is fine. Okay, Twitch page, fine. There you go. Twitch page is fine. Discord, yeah, you know what? Whatever. Do your own thing, Discord. I don't know what you're doing right now, but OBS is still good. And also need to make sure my mobile Discord is working, because unlike regular Discord, mobile Discord usually is fine. So, let's go check it out. Check it out now. Bow now. Third strike, yo. Street Fighter 3. Okay. Let's go. We're ready to go. So I'm going to do some button input testing here. Not the full VR missions. Ooh, I got to set that to analog mode. Yeah. Where is that? Other settings. Yeah, no, that's fine. Controller settings. Digital mode, analog mode. There you go. Vibration is on. No, is on. There you go. There we go. Get that all loosey-goosey. Yeah, there we go. And get me caught.
What was that noise?
There we go.
Who's that?
And continue. Yep. The classic Metal Gear music here. Back then, when folks didn't play the MSX games, they actually thought these themes came from just VR missions. They were actually from the MSX titles.
Who's that?
Okay. Need to get used to this controller, because the last time I played this, I used a completely different controller. Now I'm back to using PS3 controllers here.
Who's that?
As you can see, my drifting... Is this thing drifting a little bit to the right? Because theoretically that should work. Okay, drift a little bit more over this way. Go over there. And there we go. Stage complete.
Impressive, Snake.
We're gonna try that again. Okay. Go over here. That's fine. This is fine. Buttons over there seem to be doing okay. That's grab. Punch, punch, kick. No, when I sneaking up behind the guy, it keeps on doing that. Yeah, but like if you're a way to get a original PS1 controller to be working through this, that'd be cool too, but can't do that. Normally you're supposed to be able to, like, sneak up behind him. You're able to kill him before you do that. So I am getting myself reoriented with NGS1 controls because I'm still getting caught, even though he's in the middle of doing a chokehold. Because normally this is old hat for me, like riding a bicycle, but for some reason... Ah, there we go. There we go. Now we can just freely move around here, no problem. Alright, here we go. Punch, kick. Okay, that's fine. And then spin him around. Nope, I took care of it. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I thought for a minute I could only throw him, but I was able to do the chokehold fine. It's fine. Punch, kick is fine. Going over this way. See, normally you're not supposed to be able to see it from that angle. I went around it. Alright. Alright, one more time. I need to make sure my skills are up to speed.
Who's that?
I need to make sure if that's absolutely impossible, because I can recall sometimes being able to punch, kick him. No problem. But I could be wrong. Could be the angle that I'm doing it. Because it's been a while since I played on a PS3 controller. The old PlayStation controllers had these dome sticks, but I'm getting spoiled by newer controllers having concave sticks. But I think we're mostly okay.
Impressive, Snake.
Alright. Let me do that real fast. There we go. No, really? No, wait, no, don't go to the next okay, fine. Going over to the next stage. Yeah, boy. Used to be able to do that like first place on first try on these, but it's been a long while since I played MGS1, so we're gonna go back. I can definitely get that stage 1 trial taken care of, and then we can actually start doing the main game. There we go. Just gonna exit right there. And we're gonna save so we get some extra dialogue. Fun fact, if you have a save for VR missions before starting up the game, in most cases, this might be a Twin Snakes thing or a MGS1 thing. I definitely know one of the Metal Gear ones do this. Maybe both of them. I have to double check again. It's been a while since I played MGS1. But if you have a save data for the VR missions on the disc, for the regular VR mission stuff, then he actually does a special extra line of delivery where he mentions, I've done a lot of VR training on the USS Discovery. Where he actually talks about the VR missions you did before starting up a new data. But if you don't do VR missions before starting up a game, he doesn't say that line. Which is why we're saving right here. Okay. And I got an alert on my Discord. I'm just gonna sort through that real fast. And then we're gonna be focusing mostly on the game and what you guys are up to. I hope you guys are having an awesome night, morning, evening, time zone. So let's see. There we go. Reload. Mobile Discord. I'm gonna save again just to be sure. Yeah, go over that way and make sure it's on the right server. There we go. Okay. And get the stream back on my phone. Exit the stream. Metal Gear. Alright, so let's see. Special. Was there anything special I was shouting up? Nope, that's just previous operations. Alright. And I didn't put any other saves on this memory card simulation. Okay. Yeah, so we're good. Starting new game. Let's go with normal. 'Cause I just want to marathon it through the whole time. Oh, you know what? I forgot to show the opening cutscene, didn't I? Alright, you know what? Nope, back. We're going back. Reset the game. No. Reset the game. Disc 1. We're gonna play that Police Knots reference, get that cool PlayStation logo right there. Still missing the Sony Entertainment intro part. Wait for the Police Knots. There we go. Ah, darn. Of course, I hit my controller right as I did. Okay, one more time. No, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this right. This is gonna be the one on our archives. Get that cool, awesome PlayStation thing to show up. PlayStation logo. Now, we'll wait for the Police Knots again. This time, I'm leaving the controller alone. Controller's all the way over here. I'm not gonna be touching that. I want to hear that Police Knots. There we go. And let's just watch this opening before we begin. Hard to tell if if I squared this out correctly. Okay, yeah, it's giving a little bit more on that side. Let me just adjust the screen for 1 minute. I knew about that sooner. Moved it over just a little bit. Just a little bit over here.
Disposal facility on Shadow Roses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago.
There we go.
Attacked and captured by Next Generation Special Forces, being led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have 2 mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstech,
Guy who dies.
Both are being held as hostages.
Not really.
Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear
They do after
strike
you do the mission, Snake.
and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
A sandwich.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mattis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master
The most dangerous one of them all.
Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman.
I like how they
And Revolver
really highlight
specialist in interrogation.
Vulcan Raven was saying giant and shaman.
Gunfighter. And finally,
He's the full package
in
deal.
charge of them, Foxhound squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
The man with the same
Ironically
code
enough,
name as
Solid
you.
Snake is the one
The
swimming
nuclear
around in
weapons
the liquid.
disposal facility
Liquid
covers
Snake
the whole
was
island.
around in the
I'll
desert.
instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man
Africa.
infiltration mission.
Weapons
And a couple of
equipment
other
OSP?
stuff that the
Yes.
British forces
This is
wanted
a
him
top
to
secret
be
black
doing.
op. Don't expect any official support.
Alright. Okay, now we're ready to start doing stuff. Wait for that to load up. Actually, is that cut off on that end or on my end? Okay, wait a minute. I'm checking something. Get me the screen. Oh, crud, I am cut off by a little bit. Okay. Alright, we're fixing this. I knew something was off. We had a small part of the screen cut off. Okay, there we go. We get that to go a little bit more. Okay. Move that over here. Cool. Then move this back over this way. Now I just need to find the exact location of the edges. Of the edges. Alright. Maybe a little bit more over here. No. This way. I think we can go over here. Yeah, and then maybe there's the start button. Where is stuff over here? There we go. Going to move you a little bit over this way, and this one can also go over here. And I think that might be good. That look good? Nah, we can do better than that. Okay, let me actually choose a better spot here. Yeah, go back to the briefing room. Something that could fill up the whole screen. No, we don't need to see the actual briefing tape. Like I said, I had to set this stuff up because my previous layouts for this kind of stuff were destroyed when the computer did a whole restart stuff. Okay, no, God luck. Alright, so move that back over here. Where is the other stuff? Okay, that one. We don't need that, so gonna remove you. Okay, there we go. Bid cup. And this one, so move you back up this way. Those two. You guys can actually move a little bit over there. You get to see live editing of an OBS layout. How fun. Alright. Maybe about here. Yeah, that works. Okay. Now, you can go right about this way. And events can increase in size, I think. Go over there, move a little bit down, a little bit up, and get a little bit over that way. Okay, a little bit better. Now, BitBoss, events, that one. Yeah, that. So just see if we can move this a little bit more evenly over there. There we go. And chat box can now move down a little bit more and fit over this way. Hey, how does that look? Lock that preview. Okay, cool. Clap my hands there to make sure you guys are still awake. Alright, let's actually do this. Let's get out of here. No, I don't want to play the mission briefing tape. I just want to...
Colonel, I don't work for the
get
government
out.
anymore.
Now we're ready to go. New game. Normal. And of course, when I actually look back here, some of the screen is still being cut off a bit. Okay, let me just a little bit. Move that just a little bit more to the left. There we go. There. I think that's as about as even as I could get it. It's hard to do it with some of these 4x3 games because they do letterboxing in a 4x3, which messes around with trying to see what the black border for the game actually really is. James Flinders. Is that Flinders or Finders? Yeah. I missed it. Oh, Flinders. Yeah, I'm seeing it on my own stream now. Okay, cool.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface, but make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to contact you, the codec...
I know how to use a codec, Colonel.
When you hear that noise, press the select button.
The same as the radio
codec
from the
receiver
MSX
directly
game.
stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Right down there, quickly.
Snake, you have to crawl to get through there. First, crouch down by pressing the crawl button.
Colonel, what are you
and then
talking
use the
about?
directional button to crawl
Crawl
in the direction
button.
you want.
I'm out here in the field.
Be careful, though. Crawling is slow and you can't attack when you're doing it either.
You can stand up by pressing the crawl button again.
I'm gonna call him again and see if he says anything different, because I want to make sure we get to good dialogue.
Snake, you have to crawl to get through there. First,
If
crouch
I do
down.
get caught, the dialogue changes depending on whether or not you were seen in this. And I actually had to change up the controller settings, go out of digital mode, back to analog mode, think it would remember to do that, but that is not the case. There we go. Get the ration, and there'll be a camera on the other side. We can get that too. Not camera, there's a stuff over here. Just keep on looking around. Oh boy. Or is that in the remake? Sometimes my memories between remakes and originals always seep through with one another. Yeah, there's a special dialogue if you set it to mono mode for the Hind D. A mono TV. Snake, there's more things in life than having a stereo television. It's something like that. It's crazy. Where's dialogue over there? Yeah, there's more to being a good person than having a stereo television. And that was the line. Oops. See, this game actually starts you off with lower life and lower capacity to hold items, while the later stuff makes it harder to do. Yep, you saw me. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Okay, yeah, as we saw before, the controller is having a problem with drifting to the left. Wait, left? No, drifting to the right, because I was right behind the dude and they still saw me even when I grabbed him. So this is going to be a fun experience, trying to sneak up on folks when it's drifting to another direction. Yeah, the line is still in Twin Snakes, but it's not as funny. The way the line delivery is completely different in Twin Snakes. The way how they said the line.
What was that noise?
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Getting caught every time I do that. I used to be able to do this on completely hardest mode in the game without getting caught, and now I'm reduced to getting caught every single time I try choking somebody out. See, this is why if you are good at games, you should always still practice at the game you are prouting yourself to be really good at. Because if you don't, you lose all that skill eventually. As evidenced by when we were playing Smash Bros. Earlier. Directed by Hideo Kojima. Oh, vibration. Yeah, now they're gonna say dialogue because I got caught within the first minute or so. Bring.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
Thanks to the
Yeah, there's
VR
the line about the VR training.
Discovery.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard
Bear
to
with it.
move.
It's designed to
Bear
prevent
with it. It's
hypothermia.
designed to prevent hypothermia. This is.
Ah, man, iconic lines like
Take
this
it
that are
easy, I'm
ingrained into my brain.
If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
Two Starscreams just
took
left.
off from Galena
The
and are
Starscream
headed
is an
your way.
F-16, at
The
least according to
terrorist radar
G1.
should have already picked them up.
Behind D, what's a Colonel? What's a Russian gunship doing here?
Behind D. Colonel. What's a
There
Russian
you go.
gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion
Hear this
got
vibration,
their
folks.
attention. Now's
You're
your
gonna put it
best
right on the
chance to slip
microphone.
in unnoticed.
You guys hear that? Very vibrative. Crazy, right?
Sounds crazy, no?
But yeah, just gonna move this microphone a little bit over here too.
There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, you must be
Who's
crazy to
that?
fly hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you two yet. This is Mei Ling.
I didn't expect
She
to
was
be
assigned to us
like
as
I
our
didn't expect it to be
visual
so
and data
cute. Yeah, it's
processing
not like that.
specialist. She designed the codec,
Like I remember
as well as
part of
your
the
summons
dialogue,
on
but I
radar
don't remember
system.
the entire line sometimes.
Contact her if you have any
Last time
questions
I did
about
this, I was
either
able
of
to
them.
do this whole scene
Nice to
word
meet you,
for
Snake.
word.
It's an honor
But
to speak to
I
a living
played some
legend
other
like
Metal Gear games
yourself.
in between. I didn't really brush up in it enough time.
What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't
18
be bored for the
hours.
next 18 hours.
Come on. I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake. But I'm surprised. You're very frank for a trained killer.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to learning about the man behind the legend. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar system. The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision.
Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing and vision due to the gene.
You
Make sure
serious,
you
Naomi?
Don't let them see you.
Yeah, Naomi, you
I
don't
want
know
you to
anything about the
infiltrate
genome
disposal
soldiers.
site and look for the DARPA chief.
The DARPA chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting nanomachines as you.
He should appear on your radar
Naomi
as a
knows
green
nothing about the
dot.
genome
Get
soldiers.
whatever
They have
information
highly
you can
trained
from him
senses.
about
No,
the
they don't.
terrorist. If he's alive,
They
that is.
have the senses of a lemming.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology.
Ah, man, if only we
You
could get
won't
that
be
current
able to
existing
use it in an
technology
area with strong harmonic
many years into the
resonance,
future,
so be
in
careful.
2018.
We'll be monitoring your movements
That'd
by
be
radar.
so helpful.
So contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake, we're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice.
I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to record your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Oh, she winked.
Remember, except for your binoculars,
No,
you're
Naked Snake is somebody
You
else,
need to arm
Colonel.
yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First, I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that
Why
position.
did they take away all of his weapons? He probably
Well,
could have
make it
used
back
all of his
in one
weapons
piece.
on this
Maybe I'll
mission or
let you do a
something.
strip search
Because those are
on
probably
him.
weapons that belonged to
I'll hold you
himself.
to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry. to
Theoretically, he could've
disappoint you,
came
but I
in
did
with
manage to
some other
smuggle out my
weapons.
Smokes
How did you do that?
in my
They don't have to,
stomach.
like,
Thanks to the
leave any
shot you
trait.
gave me
They
that
don't
suppressed my
like. It's not a
stomach
case where they have to make sure it doesn't trace back to them or
How
anything.
are those going to help you?
They gotta give Snake some
acids. You
weapons.
never know.
Which is why in Twin Snakes they also give them the tranquilizer in some cases, but in other cases you have to find that in the locker.
If you want to get
You start
in,
new data.
there's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
I can't just knock on the door and
Why
ask
not?
them to let me in. There's one sentry on the left and one
Alright,
on the
with-
right.
556ers and pineapples.
556ers and
Put on
pineapples.
556ers and pineapples. I like that line. 556ers and pineapples. I was trying to say it right before he did, but he literally just got on the line right when I was about to say it.
What about the air duct near the door? There should also be a duct on the second floor.
I can't see it from here.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
Hey, and now it is more of a full screen. Before we do anything, just gonna drop this save.
You caught Snake?
Save file needs 1 block to save.
Snake, remember what the Gauls said. The graveyards are full of indispensable men. Snake, you're all alone and surrounded by bad guys. Try to be careful and avoid getting into a fight whenever
Yeah,
you
that's
can.
not happening.
You're right. Wow, you know all sorts of great quotes, don't you?
Well, both my parents are from Guangdong, China, but I was born and raised in America. I've always liked reading literature from both sides. Kinda keeps me in touch. I'll share some more quotes with you if you like.
I'm looking forward to it. But to tell you the truth, I'd like to learn more about you.
Well, I'll think about it.
Colonel Campbell.
Snake, your mission is to infiltrate, not to fight. Don't let the enemy
Yeah,
see
that might
you.
happen.
You didn't waste any time.
Yeah, he
getting
already
spotted,
commented
did
on
you?
that.
Too bad. Looks like your cover is blown. Proceed with extreme
Man, if I didn't get
caution.
caught, he would have said something
First,
else.
you've got to rescue the DARPA chief. Infiltrate
But
the
because
building
my
in front. Look for
controller is
some
like
way to
drifting
get
a little
in.
bit to the right, when I go behind somebody, they see me more easily.
Snake, just to make sure, let's review how to use the codec system. Snake, if you want to send a transmission, first press the select button. That will put you in codec mode. When you're at the codec screen, press the right or
Colonel,
left
what are
directional
these
button
buttons
to
you're talking
change the
about? The
frequency.
codec's in my ear.
Then press up
I don't
on
have
the
any
directional
buttons.
button, or press the circle
What is he
button
talking
to
about?
transmit at that frequency. The codec also automatically stores the frequencies of the people you've spoken to. To open the memory window, press down on the directional button at the codec screen. The memory window will show a list of
Metal
all the
Gear.
frequencies. All you have to do is select the frequency you want and press the circle button to transmit. If you want to switch back to the normal codec mode, just press the select or X button.
Yep.
Snake, your
Yeah, okay.
mission is to infiltrate.
Probably somebody's ASMR right here.
If you're spotted, all the enemies will come to attack you at once. That's alert mode. In that case, there are only 2 ways to get out of danger. Either kill all the enemies that are coming after you, or escape from them for a certain amount of time. You'll see a timer in the upper right radar portion of the screen. That will tell you how much more time you need to stay out of sight in order to get out of alert mode. If you can escape until the counter reaches 0, the enemies will stop attacking you and you'll enter evasion mode.
Don't relax just because you're in evasion mode. The enemies will still be looking for you, so make sure you stay hidden so they can't find you. When the counter in the radar portion of the screen reaches 0 again, the enemies will return to their positions. That's when you can breathe a sigh of relief.
In any case, the most important thing is not to let the enemy see you. I want you to avoid any unnecessary combat.
Unnecessary combat. Unnecessary combat. Unnecessary combat. Unnecessary combat. I am Solid Snake. I question everything that I am doing. Now I am William Shatner. I don't know what I am doing right now. Okay. Okay. But I have to check out some of my controller stuff in a moment because I think I got some weird controller stuff set it on here. Okay, checking other settings. Screen's okay. That's fine. Now my neighbor walked right above me. That was weird. They could probably hear me. Hey, look at this, a manual. Oh, yeah.
still don't have a weapon. If you get into combat, you'll have to rely on your bare hands. Listen up, Snake. In unarmed combat, your basic weapon
The
is
punch.
the punch. Press the action
You didn't
button.
stir it together.
If you press
It's a
it
fruit mix
repeatedly,
between
you can take
various
your
types of
enemy
fruit
out
that you
with
can
a
feed to your
combo.
enemy. They'll
Not
drink
only
it,
that,
and they'll enjoy
when you're
it.
not holding
And
a
then you'll
weapon,
say, oh
you can do
yeah,
a throw
you'll
move
become the
by
Kool-Aid
getting
Man,
close
Snake.
to your enemy and pressing the weapon button while you hold down the directional button. That does more damage than a punch. If you press the weapon button without holding down the directional button, you can strangle your enemy. You can knock them out for a little while, or if you keep doing it, you can take them out permanently. The choice is up to you, but use it wisely.
Huh.
The O2 gauge is automatically displayed whenever you're underwater or surrounded by gas.
CQC.
It represents
Actually, in this game,
one
he uses
breath.
CQB,
When the
which is
O2
close
gauge
quarter
reaches
battle.
zero, your life gauge will begin to go down.
Because after Metal Gear, the MSX game,
Snake,
he swore
when you
not
enter
to
a
use
narrow
CQC
space,
again
you'll
until
automatically go into intrusion
NGS4 shows up
mode.
again, where he has to
Press
use
up on
CQC
the
again.
directional
This
button
particular
to go
Snake.
forward and down to retreat
After,
backwards.
like,
You can also press right
after
or
he found out
left
Big
to
Boss
face
was
either
evil,
direction.
he swore off of CQC,
Advance while
went to
hiding
CQB,
yourself.
then
Pay
started using
attention to the
CQC
enemy's
again in the
actions,
fourth
and
game.
make sure you're not discovered.
But be careful. You can't attack while you're in intrusion mode either.
And even if you go into intrusion mode while you're being chased, the enemy's grenades will still follow you. Snake, your mission is to
Okay, we already
infiltrate, not
did that. This mission's too hard. I want to go back. Colonel, send me back.
There's no turning back now, Snake. You've got a job to do. And
Yeah, this
you're
game is
our
clever enough.
only
They actually
hope.
put dialogue
The
here
world
if
is
you were to
counting
call
on
him
you.
on the elevator line to go back down there.
There's no
Yeah,
turning
okay.
back now.
Ooh. Ah, rations too much. Unless, hey, totally unnecessary. Totally worth it. Now the question is if I could get by with all the drifting or not. Because this controller is drifting a bit.
Huh? What was that noise?
Yep. Nope, apparently I just get caught on my own. Whoops. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Playing with a controller that drifts. And not being stealthy like I used to be. Have I been watching the guys play the game too often? Nah, I'm joking. I'm fine. Alright, here we go. Yep. A surveillance camera?
Surveillance camera?
Oh boy. Yep. Nope. No, you don't. Okay. There we go. So calm. Completely different game. But totally worth it. Okay, going over this way. Got the gun. This is a stealth mission. Yeah, totally. Yo. Okay. Yeah, see what I mean? It just keeps on drifting over that direction. Ah, come on. Nope, we got this. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get a whole bunch of alerts in this playthrough. Because it just keeps on drifting to the left for some reason. Not left. It keeps on drifting to the right. Ah, that guy's... I'll take that. Okay, so all I gotta do is make sure the drift isn't happening too much as I try sneaking past the surveillance camera. Yep, nope, never mind. They caught me. Darn it. Good. Nope, still doing it. Darn it. Okay, yep. This is going great. Wow, okay. You remember this being the first game that was pretty much fully voiced you ever played? Oh wait, you remember this being pretty much the first fully voiced game you ever played? Oh, okay, cool, awesome. It's probably one of my first too. I played some other ones too. Alright, yeah, no night vision goggles yet, so I won't be able to navigate here.
Snake, this is McDonald.
You mean Kazuhira Miller?
It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a drill instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
You took the upper pathway,
told me
Snake,
about
so
the
I won't be
situation.
talking about the
Thought I
Alaskan
might be
field
of some
mice.
use.
There's no one I'd
Sure
rather
thing,
have in a
Liquid. I
foxhole
mean,
than
Master.
you.
Master
Well,
Liquid.
I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you, so call me if you have any questions about the flora.
Can you
or
tell me how
fauna
you
out here.
suddenly have an arm
My
again
frequency
and a
is
leg?
141.80.
Like, why do you have cyborg arms and legs anyway? You want to tell me about my father, Big Boss? Apparently you were best friends with him back in the day. Yeah, it's totally Miller. It can't be anybody else. We know that. We know that voice. It's clearly the voice of Master Miller. See, the reason why you take the upper pathway is so you get this extra dialogue where Snake learns about there's another infiltrator besides himself.
They just opened the vent covers.
If you take the other pathway, the only thing you get is extra dialogue about Alaskan field mice for Master Miller.
Shut those covers as soon as
Quote Master Miller.
Also, keep your eye on that
Woman
woman
in
in
the
the
cell.
cell. Don't get careless now.
Woman in the cell? Did something happen?
There's an intruder.
Really?
He's already done 3 people.
He's killed 3 people?
Yeah. Say he's using stealth, too.
Stealth? There's an intruder besides me?
If you didn't know
Anyway,
stealth
I want you to
meant
increase
stealth
the security
technology,
detail on the chief.
Snake would actually think it's like, oh, there's another intruder besides me. He only killed 3 people. I had to kill a bunch of people over here because I got caught. And I got a stun grenade, so if you want to see the speedrun strat of doing some stuff. And moving faster by re-equipping and unequipping. moves way faster than if you're just doing it normally. Ah, there's a floating item over there. Yep, where am I? Nope, other way. Yep, there we go. Hey, DBZ girl, how's it going?
Press the action button to drop down.
Press the action button to drop down. But I don't want to, Colonel.
Press the action
Alright,
button.
fine, Colonel. I guess I'll press the action button to drop down.
Snake, you've got to think. Your mind is your most
Actually, you just get all these
dangerous
Master
weapon.
Miller Kodak
If things
calls
are
and
getting
stuff.
too
Like,
complicated,
somebody actually
try to
compiled all of
simplify
these
your
and kind of
thoughts.
released it in like an
You can also
audiobook
try
form.
calling
Because it gives like a
Campbell
bunch
for
of like
advice.
actual real world practical advice in this game. Where it's like, oh wow, I didn't know that. Or small bits of trivia about things you might not already know. And then you can just listen to it on an audio loop. And then you can just use that as a thing to relax a bit. Just hearing all the Master Miller lines of MGS1 giving fun facts and trivia before going to sleep or something. It's pretty funny. He's doing his own Kodak
Soldiers that have been
ASMR with
forged
fun
in the
facts and
fires
trivia
of
about
battle, are
soldiers
used to catching
and
naps
rations
whenever
and
wherever
Alaskan
they
field
can.
mice.
There's a big difference between real soldiers and those kids who have only been trained in VR simulators. After playing for a long time, you should get some rest too. People's reaction speed is slowest around 3 o'clock in the morning. And so
I do want to
is their
bet that's going to be the
judgment.
time by the
If
time
you're
we already
feeling
complete the
drowsy,
game.
you should get some sleep.
I remember that one time we were doing the first playthrough of this game. It was exactly 3 o'clock in the morning,
It's
and he
also
gave us that
important to
Kodak
be able
call.
to
It was like
control your
he
bodily
knew
functions.
what we were
You never
doing,
know
like
when a
breaking the fourth
long
wall.
demo is about to begin. So make sure you're prepared to sit in front of the monitor for a long time if necessary.
You want to honeybook of all the Kodak audio to just scramble together? Trivia, 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 press the action button, trivia. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
It's never a good idea to fight on two
Okay, now this is
fronts.
relevant, because I just
It'll
finished
make
eating
you
dinner not
bogey,
too long ago.
Maybe even sleepy. You should wait 30 minutes after eating.
And it has
before
been
you
over
play.
30 minutes since I actually started playing. So that's pretty cool.
Where I come from, a soldier who loses his head in combat is called a target.
And where are you exactly from, Master Miller? You're supposed to be from Japan, but you're sounding very more British these days, Master Miller. Kazuhira Miller. That seems a little suspicious, don't you think? Mr. Guy, who is supposed to also be missing an arm and a leg, talking a little bit more with a hint of Britishness. Huh? Huh? Totally, Master Miller?
Military C rations place an emphasis on calories. That's why it's best to use them along with some other type of nutritional supplement, such as vitamins. Or
By the way, this is
minerals.
a spoiler full playthrough, so, yeah, we're already gonna be hinting at some of this stuff. Oh, there's an there's a Metal Gear, there's an MGS, Solid 5 mod that adds Miller saying these quotes at random. That's pretty cool, that's awesome. Really makes you think it's the original Miller.
The weather in Alaska is very hard to predict. It can change on a dime. A lot of people say it's
Because I know there's a
worst
codec button
weather
where you can
the
call in
world.
people stuff. It's not as immersive as it used to be.
The weather
And
in
that's the exact one we
Alaska
heard a minute
is
ago.
very-
Got another one?
Where I
Nope,
come
heard that
from,
one too.
a soldier-
Any other stuff?
It's
Yeah,
also
there we go.
important to be able to control your bodily functions. You never know when a long demo
Okay, we
is
actually
about
heard
to
that one,
begin.
but you guys
So
gotta go to
make
the
sure
bathroom.
you're
Go to the bathroom
prepared to
now.
sit
That's
in
what the
front
game
of
is
the
telling you.
monitor for a long time if necessary.
Make sure you go to the bathroom before cutscene shows up. Because even they know when their cutscenes are super long.
Sorry, the Soliton radar won't work in a narrow space. Too much harmonic resonance. The radio waves produce interference, and we can't analyze the topographic data. Try to hang on until you get to a more open space, okay?
Yeah, but you could also technically, you know, maybe give Snake a general map of the facility if he had one, and then that way he could still look at a map when the Assault on Radar isn't working. You want to be able to tell where the enemy is, but you can still give me a general idea or map location as to where we are. I mean, that might work.
Don't give up, Snake.
I mean, it's only 1998. It's like the game came out in 1998, but the year takes place in 2005. They still have physical maps. Since this is a military facility, you think they would have gave me a map of the whole place. Alright, so here we go. Just gonna use this already. Hopefully won't die dropping down here. Nope, not the stun grenade. Yep, where's the button? There we go. Alright. Yep.
Use the elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it. Don't make too much noise or you'll be spotted. Be careful when you're walking on that floor. Don't make too much noise or you'll be spotted. Be careful.
Awesome, thank you, Colonel Campbell. What do you gotta say, Master?
Snake, that floor is designed so that your footsteps echo. Listen, Snake, there's a way to walk so your footsteps won't be heard. I call it stalking. Here's how you do it.
See, this is actual information how to do that method in the real world, but not applicable in the video game. Real world advice from, quote, Master Miller.
Use your knees to maintain the subtle balance. Try it.
I can't do it.
Another way is to wear your socks over your shoes. If you crawl on your stomach, you won't make any noise either. Snake, that
Put socks over your shoes. Or crawl on your stomach, like the snake you are.
You found out where the DARPA chief is. With his nanomachine transmitter, he should show up as a green dot on your radar when you get close. Try to find him. Come on, Snake, you can do it.
Okay. Yep. Hey, chap grenade. So the method of the speedrun is just to re-equip and unequip this. Yeah, boy. Gotta get over there. Okay, I gotta be careful because this dude right below me don't want to make noise when he's here. Nope, back. Camera's too far. Okay, I gotta wait for the cameras not looking over here. Okay. Go. Why? Alright, here we go. Thermal goggles. Are a go. There we go. Cool. Got thermals. And we're just gonna crawl over here. Woo, that's a laser light red. Crazy. Yep. Oh. Yeah, I don't want to make any noises. That guy's right below me. Okay. Going back. Okay, gotta watch out. There's a surveillance camera right there. A surveillance camera. Oh boy. Okay. Here we go. There. Nope. Nope. Okay. Yep. That drifting on the controller is real. I wasn't sure before, but I am positive now that there is a drift on the controller. When I try going in one direction, it is not going in the right way. Oh, man. Alright, we're gonna try that again. Alright.
Use the elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
Okay, let's try that again. This time, be aware of the controller drifting in the wrong direction because this stick is doing something weird. Yes, don't hang around on the walls, just go when we need to. Yep, nope. Try that again. Because this controller is drifting in a odd direction when I try doing stuff. Oh boy. Alright, so I'm just gonna do this. It actually moves a lot quicker than just walking normally. Alright, back this way. Now this time, be aware that it could be doing something. There we go. And activate the elevator quicker by pressing the button multiple times. Alright, there. Okay, now we're good. See, that's how it should have went last time. Because I didn't account for the joystick drifting in a weird direction. But I accounted for it this time, and now we know.
Soldiers that have been forged in the fires of battle are used to catching naps whenever and wherever they can. There's a big difference between real soldiers and those kids who have only been trained in VR simulators. After playing for a long time, you should get some rest too.
Use the elevator to change floors.
Okay, I already know about that. It's cool, Colonel.
Use the elevator to change floors. To
Yeah, right.
select the...
You found out where the DARPA chief is. With his nanomachine transmitter, he should show up as a green dot on your radar when you get close. Try to find him. Come on, Snake, you can do it. Look at the radar. It's picking up the DARPA chief. He's the green dot. Hurry and rescue him.
Get ready for a stinger. There you go. Armor Chief doesn't even question about this. I'm like right behind him. There's no way he wouldn't be able to not hear this. Yeah, exactly. Hurry up and rescue Decoy Octopus.
It's picking up the DARPA chief.
The most sinister one of them all.
Where I come from, a soldier who loses his head in combat is called a target.
Good. You've got yourself a weapon. To use it, First, hold
Colonel,
down
I
the
already
R2
used the weapon at
button
least
to enter
once. I know how to
weapon
use
mode.
this thing.
Then select the weapon you want with the directional button. After you've selected the weapon you want, let go of the R2 button to exit weapon mode. The weapon you selected should appear in your hand. To use the weapon, follow the directions displayed in the window. If you use the R1 button, you can equip your weapon more quickly. While you're barehanded, press the R1 button to equip the last weapon you used. Press the R1 button while you're holding a weapon to
Colonel, what are you
barehanded
talking
again.
about? I just got a handgun. All I gotta do is take the safety off, fire, and reload the clip. Reload the clip.
Gun with a suppressor.
What's an
it's a
R1
different
button,
story.
Colonel?
If you have any questions about weapons or equipment, you should ask our military analyst, Nastasha. Her frequency is 141.52.
Yeah, I'm not gonna call Nastasha. I'm gonna wait for the last moment to actually call Nastasha.
Snake, you've got to think. Your mind is your most dangerous weapon. If things are getting too complicated, try to simplify your thoughts. You can also try calling Campbell for advice.
Do.
Look at the radar. It's picking up the DARPA chief. He's the green dot. Hurry and rescue him.
Still talking about that green dot. Yeah, no. Fine.
Come on, Snake. You
You can do it! Alright. So, what else can we do? Look at the DARPA chief again. Alright. But now we're gonna go this way. Hey, Johnny, let me in. Johnny, 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 let me in. Okay, yeah, we can't do anything here yet. What we can do is get the hidden ration down this way. Actually, before we do, what's in this codec? Even though we climbed a ladder
If you wanna
earlier,
go up or
to
down
even
the
get
ladder,
around here, we
just
climbed down a
press the
ladder, and
action
then
button by the
by
ladder.
that theory, we should know how to climb on a ladder. Give me that ration. Don't need it yet, but we have one. Oh, you're right, we have the thermal goggles. Make this way easier, but also Virtual Boy eyes bleeding red. Whoa, what was that? Oh, 1 bit. Thank you for the single bit. Lance Fire. You got me on alert there for a minute because I'm playing a sneaking game, and that sounded like a slashing motion.
Oh, kinda damn cold. I hate Alaska. Boy, oh boy, that woman is built all right.
And Johnny eventually marries her. So congratulations, Johnny. Ooh, item. Move the tunnel way faster by doing this. But some folks don't want that, so I'm just gonna keep on moving around. Oop. Here we go.
Is that a woman? Not him.
Go back down here and there we go.
It looks like the chief is being held in a cell. Find some way to get in there. Hurry up and get him out. It looks like the chief is being held in a...
Anything you want to say about this, Master Miller?
Where I
Okay, now
come
you're just saying the
from,
whole
a
target
soldier-
thing again. Now, fun little Easter egg stuff you can do. If you exit the vent and go back in, Meryl starts doing some other exercises. So let's go check those out. Figure out how to get out of this vent again. Normally I remember this by muscle memory or from playing this game like a bicycle for many years. But apparently, all it takes is one controller drift to mess around with your playthrough and totally get caught more times than you're used to when you play this game like a bicycle. Because the controller is being very janky. So we're gonna have to try to see if we can make up for the jankiness of the controller. Yeah, wait. Wow, really? Yeah, this stick is like super janky. Like I'm trying to climb the thing, but then it's like missing the ladder entirely. And then when I press the circle button, it just ends up punching it. It's weird. And yeah, it's antenna bombing. I know about that. The way you get that is if you just keep on entering and exiting the air vent. To see the different exercises. One-arm push-ups. And we're just going to exit this again. But yeah, Easter eggs like this were totally mind-blowing back when I was a kid 20 years ago. In retrospect, I probably shouldn't have been playing this game because I was way under the recommended age group, but I was pretty savvy for a kid, so I was able to handle a lot of the themes featured in this game. Isometric exercise. Care to join her? Meryl, why is the DARPA chief locked over into the other cell over there? Oh, that's not the DARPA chief. That's Decoy Octopus. Yeah, Decoy Octopus. You call sea rations steamed rations. Yes. Old Alaskan recipe. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Why is there smoke coming out of your cell, Meryl? Oh, that isn't smoke. That's steam. Steam from the steam rations we're having. Steam rations. Solid Snake, I hope you're ready for mouth-watering mouth-watering calorie mates. I thought we were having steamed rations. Oh no, I said calorie mates. That's what I call the calorie. wait. No, not. No, I said steam rations. That's. Wait, no. That's what I call steamed food. I don't know, something. It's you're working in a joke in there somewhere. I don't know. That meme is dead anyway. But here's something that isn't. There we go. That's the Easter egg. Kids were freaking out about it back 20 years ago. Ah, man, that whole joke setup I was doing there totally failed right there. But hey, I don't know. I'm retreading a lot of the same territory I did the first time I did it on the playthrough. It's hard to make things a little different and also interesting at the same time without repeating the same jokes when you're playing the same game again with only minor differences. The differences being here that we are actually saving Meryl this time. Last time we let her die to save Otacon. Now we're saving Meryl.
Isn't there some place to drop down? Take a look around in first-person view mode.
Oh, I'm definitely getting a first-person view, Colonel. But not what you want me to be first-person viewing. Anyway. Take out my gun. Gonna surprise him like Santa Claus in a moment. And we're gonna smoke a cigarette to look cool when we meet the DARPA chief. Except he gets rid of his cigarette for the cutscene. It'll re-equip it right after the scene.
Who's that?
Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho.
I'm here to save you. You're the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, right?
Mr. Anderson.
What's your outfit?
It's his thermal
I'm
suit.
the pawn they sent
Oh, you
here
mean
to
what
save
my
your worthless
unit
butt.
is? What's your outfit?
Really?
You're like, oh, it's designed to prevent hypothermia.
It's true. You don't look like one of them.
Actually voiced by
In that
Greg
case,
Eagles, the
hurry
same
up and get me
voice
outta here.
as
Slow
Gray
down.
Fox in this
Don't
game.
worry. First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to
And
launch a nuke?
Grim,
What are you
the
talking
Grim
about?
Adventures of
The
Billy Mandy.
terrorists are threatening
Same
the White
voice
House.
as the DARPA
They
chief
say
and
if they don't
Gray
accede to
Fox.
their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
Is it possible?
It's possible. They could launch a nuke.
Ah, she got her pants back on pretty quickly.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for keeping the dismantled warheads. They shouldn't have access.
They don't
to
have
the
access to anything. You actually helped them, Solid Snake. Congratulations.
Okay.
Could have easily just taken Meryl and Otacon and left the place, and they wouldn't be able to do SWAT, and they could send in the SWAT team to take care of everything. But nope, you had to keep on pressing forward, dude.
With the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Metal Gear. It can't be. You knew?
Metal Gear. It can't be.
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects. How did you know that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this
Wouldn't it be like
disposal
saying
site?
we had a couple of run-ins in the past?
Why
Wouldn't
else would I come to a
that
godforsaken
elucidate
place
some
like
more
this?
questions? Like run-ins in the past, but every time Metal Gear showed up,
I
it was
heard the
destroyed.
Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary. It's
The
grown
reason why
into a
Metal
huge
Gears have
joint
legs
project
instead of
between
treads like a
Robotech
normal
and
tank
ourselves.
is that way it can fire from
You
any
want to use
terrain,
this exercise
where
as
unlike a
well,
tank
then,
on
to
treads
proceed
can
to
only
mass
fire
production.
from leveled out areas where they can be fired in certain directions from the leveled out area within a linear direction from where the tread
If it
is
hadn't
firing
been
from.
For the revolution.
You can fire a
Revolution.
Metal Gear missile from a mountain, or a
Rex has fallen into
flat
the
terrain,
hands of terrorists.
or uneven terrain.
Rex.
Metal Gear Rex.
That's
Code name for the new
the
Metal
Dexter
Gear
of Pokemon doing summaries about Metal Gears.
warhead they plan to use with Rex.
Metal Gear
These
Rex,
guys are pros.
the bipedal Metal Gear. Metal Gear Rex was discovered in 1998, all the way up to 2005 before being destroyed. Evolves into Metal Gear Ray.
But I thought that all nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures. Some kind of detonation code that you have to input.
Oh, you mean PAL? Yes, of course.
There is a
there
pal. Hey, pal.
It's set
Hey,
up so
buddy.
that you need to input 2 different
Hey,
passwords
friend of
in order
mine.
to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes, Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker? The president
No,
of
the actual
Arms
baker. The guy who makes the sweet rolls every morning
right.
for breakfast. He knows the
Each of
password.
us needs
Nobody
to input
suspect
our
him.
password, or there can be no launch.
The cafeteria man.
But they found out my
No, they didn't.
password.
You
He didn't.
talked.
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
You can.
Psycho Mantis.
One of the members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
This is bad.
It's just a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
If they find out Baker's password,
They won't be able to do anything until you
Yes,
yourself,
they'll
Snake,
be able to
put
launch
in the
a
codes
nuke
yourself
anytime.
and help them with their plan.
There is a way to stop the launch.
what?
The card keys.
Card keys.
They were designed by ArmsTech, the system developers, as an emergency override. Even without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage
Oh, I
the
got a
safety
dual
lock.
monster card.
And
Will
if
that
I
help?
do that,
Yes.
I'm the tactical
You can
espionage
stop the launch.
agent. Tactical espionage agent is actually a Yu-Gi-Oh card
So
based off
where
of
are the
Solid
keys?
Snake in the official Yu-Gi-Oh
Baker should
card
have
game.
Listen, you need 3 card keys. There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each
See, if
one.
you're real DARPA chief, you want to know that there
Okay.
wasn't 3 keys, but
card
actually 1
keys.
card key that can change shape
do
depending
you know
on
where they
the
might
temperature.
be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
2nd floor basement.
I heard
Now, the
guards
DARPA chief
say they
and
moved into
President
an
Baker
area that has
didn't
a lot
die. I
of
wonder how
electronic jamming.
Snake would have helped him get out of the facility in
Any
the
other
first place. It was
clues?
hard enough just to get
Yes.
Meryl
They
out of there.
cemented over the entrances,
but
didn't have
how-
enough time.
you would have to get, like,
Why
Meryl,
don't you look for the arrows
Otacon,
where the walls are a different color?
the DARPA chief, and President Baker out of there.
Take this. It's my ID card. It'll open any level 1 security door.
Also,
It's
the
called
DARPA
a
chief,
CAD card. It works
you would
together
think
with
he would
the
have
device's
the
own
higher security for almost all the doors,
Personal area network.
considering
huh?
how important he
It
is.
transmits
You want to be
data
able to
and
access
results
the
in
right
the
floors if you only had a
transmission.
level 1 card key, and why they let him keep it in the first place.
you approach the
Right
door's
there,
security
Snake should have been
devices,
suspicious.
They'll read the data
Why he
stored.
had one in the first place.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha.
It's way better than the card system in the previous Metal Gears. I have to keep on changing it every
I'm gonna
time.
get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
From the MSX games.
Haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon.
Well, vibration of a heart attack. And this is where the Pizza Hut demo would end if you got the free Metal Gear Solid demo from Pizza Hut. Because back in the day, you buy a pizza, you get a free demo for PlayStation. It's pretty cool. Careful, that decoy octopus is a slippery one. He's pretending. Careful, boss fight's about to start.
Naomi, the chief. What happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but
A heart attack.
This is before they also established that they can't actually see anything what's going on there with the
Snake, you've got
with
to
the stuff
understand.
other than the
This op is
saw it on
security
radar
level
and what
red.
Snake
You
says.
need the highest
There is no
security
visual
clearance
data
to
that
get
they're
access
actually
to the
able to look
complete
at.
file.
You want me to believe that you're in charge of this op?
Because the
but you don't
codec,
have to
again,
gain access to
the faces
file?
are to help
I
us,
told
the
you,
player,
the
see the
Secretary of
emotions
Defense
of
is in
what they're
operational
saying.
control.
But Snake
I'm just
himself
here
is
as
just
your
on a
support.
radio, essentially.
Snake, we don't have time to debate. Get out of there and find President Baker.
I missed it, but like if you just look over there, you can actually see Meryl. Like you can see Meryl walk across and actually go across the room there when she beats up Johnny. But I looked away at the last minute. But take my word for it. If you want to see that, you can just get up to this part of the game, look through the door, and you can see her walk over and hide in that spot.
Are you smoking?
Yeah, so what?
Didn't you know that cigarettes contain benzopyrene, a chemical that leads to lung cancer? We now know that when benzopyrene enters the body, it changes to benzopyrene diolipoxide, BPDE, and attaches to the receptors on the P53
Something tells me
gene, the
Naomi
gene
would be
which
a
causes
good
lung cancer.
fan
The
of
BPDE
Cells at
attaches
Work
to the P53
and
gene
can
in
watch it with
3
Otacon
specific locations and
if
causes precancerous changes
they ever
to
had the
lung tissue.
opportunity to do that
You
in the
know a lot
future.
about science, but you don't know how good a cigarette tastes in the morning.
Yeah, David Hayter, the true Snake.
You say the DARPA chief is dead?
Yeah.
I'm
According to Naomi, it was a
I'm
heart
super
attack.
surprised, Snake. It's
Could
not
be.
like
Well,
the DARPA chief was replaced
it
by
looks
Decoy
like
Octopus
all
and
you
technically
can
my
do
own
now
men is
is
dead.
find
That'd be
Kenneth Baker,
that'd be
the
freaky.
president of Arms Tech.
I am totally Master
He's in the
Miller.
second floor basement, isn't he?
Yeah, on the other side of that wall that was cemented over.
Okay. Good luck, Snake. You can
But
do
I'm
it.
actually hoping you fail. I mean, what? You didn't hear anything.
Soldiers that have been forged in the fire.
Yeah, Kaz would be too used to Kiefer Sutherland talking to him.
The DARPA chief. Poor man. He has a heart attack right after you save him. I'm getting a bad feeling about this, Snake. Maybe you should let me save your mission.
Sure, Mayling. Oh, thank you, Papa Waffles. Gonna be marathoning this all the time. Tonight. Super marathon. Till the game is done. That's what we're doing. Because it's my birthday. I can do what I want to do, and I feel like playing one of my favorite games of all time. So, birthday time, celebration with Metal Gear Solid 1. Although I probably should have checked my controller before doing this, because we've been getting caught and into many sticky situations than intended. Unlike last time, where we were able to stealth majority of the game. But because how janky this controller is, I've been finding myself in situations where I shouldn't have got caught, or shouldn't have alerted the enemy, but accidentally did so because of controller problems. So hopefully it won't be too much of a problem. Well, that was weird. If you look carefully, you can see the little cigarette in Snake's mouth. I'll never see this coming. Yep, there you go, Johnny. Oh, Poppin' Waffles, thank you for the $10 donation.
Bastard. Have a cakey on me, smile.
Has some cake on you? Thank you, man. Definitely gonna use that to help with the cake.
Don't move.
Is this the first time?
Yeah, it's
you
my
ever
birthday.
pointed a gun at a
It's gonna be
person?
fun. Well,
Your
technically,
hands are
my
shaking.
birthday here is gonna be in like 2 hours, but by the
Can
time
you shoot
we're doing this, it'll be already
I know
12, and it will be. But yeah,
That
on
nervous glance.
Centennial Balmung's side of the
That
world,
scared look
though,
in your
it
eyes.
is
They're
gonna
rookies' eyes if I
be.
ever saw them.
Yeah, Centennial Balmung, it was already the 16th,
too
my
much.
birthday, Friday.
Taking
So
safety
he's
off
already
the
celebrating my
I
birthday
told
over
you
there.
I'm no
But I
rookie.
still gotta wait like
You're not one of them, are
I
you?
still gotta wait like an hour before my birthday.
Open that door. You've got a car.
But by the
don't
time the game's done, it
you?
will
So
be
we
my
can get
birthday.
the hell out of here.
Looks like we'll be a little delayed.
And I'm getting all the stream time done today because I'm not sure if I'll be able to stream tomorrow or on the actual Friday past, you know, this game because I'll be doing birthday stuff. I mean, I might be able to, but we have to see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen because today, on Thursday, it snowed. We got a couple of inches and we're expecting like rain, so it's got this weird snow-ice mix on the road, so it might be dangerous driving around. So I have to see how everything turns out tomorrow. The snow stops tomorrow. That much I know for sure. So hopefully it'll be good weather and I can do stuff for my birthday. It'll be pretty fun and pretty cool.
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie.
I'm telling you, shoot!
Johnny's still back there. And I'm able to do this whole sequence while smoking too. Gotta get my skills back to snuff.
Snake, what are you doing? Take care of the bad guys and get the hell out of there. You better use that weapon you found.
Oh yeah, he just calls them bad guys. Yeah, the dialogue actually changes depending on whether or not you have the weapon. If you didn't have the weapon, you actually have to do this whole thing hand to hand, which is freaky. You gotta like choke out dudes and throw grenades at them. And of course, Master Miller's not talking anymore because he's busy being Mr. Liquid.
Snake? Come on, Snake, you can do it.
Hey, Meryl. Oh. Yep. Give me those. Like that. Give me the ration. And I'll take another smokes. Totally not needed, but I'll do it because I want to be stylistic. Do it again. Uh-oh. Ow. Hey. Yeah, and in Twin Snakes, they give you the SOCOM in case you didn't already have it already. This is very important, folks. We have to see this in extreme close-up.
Who are you?
You fool! You've killed him! I'm sorry, sir.
His mental shielding was very strong. I could not dive into
Clearly, they killed Decoy Octopus once before, revived him, and he's still invincible, and he's still walking around there. Watch out, Snake. Boss fight against Decoy Octopus happening right now. Oh, man. If only. We don't know anything about Decoy Octopus. If, that cut content for NGS5 actually happened. There's talks about it leading into the MSX games. Who knows? We might have learned more about how this Fox unit was formed. But I'm not giving you any spoilers for NGS5 because I still know that there's some viewers who are watching the Team 4-star playthrough of NGS5. So I'm only doing spoilers for every other game but MGS5. So I'm not giving any NGS5 spoilers. No NGS5 spoilers, but everything else is totally on the table.
Naomi, I just had some kind of hallucination. Is it from the nanomachines?
Totally from the nanomachines.
No, Snake. The nanomachines are functioning properly.
So what was it?
It must have been psychometric interference coming from Psycho Mantis, Foxhound's psychic. Think of it as a mental feedback loop.
So that was Mantis.
And I'm just gonna smoke away all my HP. Because it looks cooler. You can be a detective like Gillian Seed. Hey, DARPA Chief. Can't grab you or anything, so I'm just gonna stay there. Or should I call you by a real name, Decoy? Yeah, I can see Snake with the cig in his mouth. Pretty cool. The other thing you can do is you can also equip thermal goggles. Go this way, and it's harder to see, but you can see that he clearly has thermal goggles where his face is. Yeah, all those bullets. And more bullets. In the bathroom. Censor Johnny here. In later editions, they just put a pair of underwear on there, but in the American one, they just pixelate that. Can't even see him right there. And this is the dude who eventually marries Meryl. Johnny, everybody. Mr. Johnny Metal Gear Sasaki. Yeah, if only they had time paradoxes and stuff, because I could totally leave like a... You had the first-person shooter here, you could totally shoot him and stuff, and he wouldn't be able to show up later, but they don't have that in this one, because they didn't come up with the time paradox idea just quite yet. Uh-oh.
Snake, Psycho Mantis has the power to read people's minds. He got the DARPA chief's
No, he didn't.
detonation code. Hurry up or he'll get Baker's code too.
That's right. If the terrorists get Baker's code, they'll be able to launch that nuke
No, they
anytime
wouldn't.
they want.
Yeah, they'll use Metal Gear to
They'll use you to do it, Snake.
Colonel, did you know they were conducting a military exercise here using Metal Gear?
I didn't know.
Really?
Snake, you've got to understand. I'm just
You know
the
more than you put on,
middleman in this
Colonel.
operation. Anyway, hurry up and get to the second floor basement. You've got to save the Arms Tech president before the terrorists find out his code. Anyway, hurry up and get to the second floor basement. You've got to save the Arms Tech president before the terrorists find out his code.
The weather in Alaska is very
I
hard
heard
to
that one.
predict. Where I
Yep,
come
heard that one
from,
too.
a s-
Anything else I might need to know, Master Miller?
people's reaction speed is slowest around 3 o'clock.
Not
in the
3 o'clock
morning.
yet. But it's 1 hour and 5 minutes away from my birthday, so that's cool.
What can I do for you, Snake? Talk to you later, Snake.
Okay. Oop. Yeah, now get out of my face, Johnny. This side. I need the chapter made. That's the speedrun route. And I already got the ration that was here. I'm cool with the rations that I got right now. I'm gonna smoke it because it looks cooler with the cig in there. I'm risky. I'm a veteran at this game. I can totally play with the cigarette in the mouth all the time. No, I can't. Press the button to make the elevator show up faster. But it doesn't have to really do that anymore because the disc time is moving very fast because I am playing the digital version on PS3. That's how fun that is. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to actually call everybody, then save to get the stuff that we can right now, then head back down to the second floor basement for the first time in this playthrough.
It's also important to be able to
Yeah, I don't have to go to the bathroom yet, Master Miller, but thanks for asking.
You caught Snake?
Save.
Snake, are you smoking a cigarette? Cigarettes are poison. They kill people. Didn't you hear what Dr. Naomi said? He that cuts off 20 years of life cuts off so many years of fearing death. Is that why you smoke, Snake? You're too afraid of life?
I like how when they tell Snake off about that, he doesn't get a chance to say much about it. Alright. Oh boy. Yeah, running away. Ooh, that's close. Nope, run. Darny stick. Keep on moving. Okay. Yeah, because the stick is, definitely doing some funky stuff. Surprised Master Miller doesn't come about his smoking or anything. Nastasha says something. But Miller, not so much. Yeah, get into those kids' heads who shouldn't be playing this rated M game in the first place that smoking is bad, yeah. Okay, full on soak on bullets. Yeah, I can't really do anything with the ammo here. Because you don't get that increased until you meet up with Revolver Ocelot. Also, you don't actually make any noise up. I just remembered, you don't actually make any noise up here too much until the dude actually is on this floor. And the guys on the bottom don't really care about it. Until Twin Snake's version. Ooh, risky business here. Nope. Crawl, snake. Crawl on the belly like the snake you are. Okay, there we go. Got if there was anything hidden underneath the tank in this version. There is not. So I just gotta wait for this dude to get out of here. There we go. Sleep tight. Can't really call anybody about it because I don't have Nastasha yet.
Anyway, hurry up.
Okay, but I got the silencer, which is good. Silence is golden. There we go. Now we're talking. Overhead view. That's the ticket. Just like old times. Overhead view. you don't mind me.
The walls that were cemented over should look slightly different. Look at the walls carefully in first-person view mode. Try to find the walls that have a different pattern.
Did you try hitting the wall? Maybe it'll sound different too.
You'll need some kind of explosive to destroy the wall, like C4. Or something. Take a good look around.
That's right. Touch that wire and the C4 will blow up along with the old man. So you're the one that the boss keeps talking about. And you are. Special Operations Foxhound, Revolver Awesome. Now that comes way later. That's the cutscene we'll be seeing later on. I just like paraphrasing the lines that will pop up later. Let's keep on Kodacking some folks before we move on.
The walls that were cemented over should look slightly different. Look at the walls carefully in first-person view mode. Try to find the walls that have a different pattern. The walls that were cemented over should look slightly different.
Master.
Military C rations place an emphasis on calories. That's why it's best to use them along with some other type of nutritional supplement, such as vitamins or minerals.
Vitamins, minerals. Puyo Puyo Tetris. Alright. You got anything else to say, Master? Liquid.
Soldiers that have been
forged
into the fires of battle
got anything else?
are used to... Where I come from, a soldier who loses his head in combat...
Yeah, fine. Mei-Ling. How you doing?
What can I do for you, Snake?
You can help me save the game. Yeah, just override that one.
Snake, like Shakespeare said, knots had, all spent, while our desire is got without content. Basically, it means that your desire can get you into trouble if you're not careful. That goes for items, too. Don't get too greedy or you might be...
Are you talking about the fact that I went to the item floor before coming over here? Game is very crazy with the fourth wallage. Okay, we're gonna move on in just a moment. I'm just checking some alerts on my phone because it was doing some stuff. And then we're going to resume. Okay, there we go. And get the stream back on my phone. First person view mode, Colonel, but I'm always looking in first person. What are you talking about? I can't see myself from a distance. That'd be freaky. Are you feeling okay, Colonel? Metal Gear. People think Snake's crazy because he always questions everything he hears about. But the real crazy person is the Colonel talking out buttons in first person mode. And like, oh, you gotta be careful, Snake. Metal Gear. Okay. Let's see, we're doing MGS 1. I'm just making sure I can get my stream on my phone. Make sure that sounds okay. Okay, cool. We're good. Game sounds pretty okay too, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. Gonna move the microphone a little bit closer to me though. And I'm gonna move a little bit closer to the computer desk, so you might hear that. Yep. Move over, shimmy over. Okay. We're good. Awesome, great. Yeah, we don't have any C4 yet. We're gonna keep on looking for the correct items. And get rid of that for the hole right there. Just do that. It goes back that way, but in Twin Snakes, when you go over that hole right there, that hole always stays there forever after you unlock the hole. It doesn't somehow put the lids back on there. The lids just fall down the hole, and you just have to make sure to avoid it every time. But this one, you can actually stand on there for a minute before you fall down. C4. No smoking. Oh, really? Watch this. Whoa, okay. Sateno Ballmug has just redeemed Mod Forever. So I am going to take care of that in just a minute, dude. Let me just move that. Also, yeah, to be fair, this is the game that tells you to get Meryl's codec off the actual game case. That's about the most fourth wall breaking can be done. I'm pretty sure there could be more done in fourth wall breaking if I were to, like, work on my own game or something, because I actually have a couple of ideas, and I do have a degree and stuff and certificate and other qualifications for game design. I would totally find more fourth wall breaking stuff that I could do beyond the CD case. But, yeah, the CD case is a very good case of fourth wall breaking. It was also a special preventative measure for copying the game and getting illegal copies of the game, because if people got illegal copies of the game by copying the CD, they would not be able to progress in the game because they did not have Meryl's codec number. You need to know the codec number on the back of the CD case as a pirate preventive, so that people who had legit copies of the game were able to play it normally. However, if you were, back in the day, renting it from a video game store, and you didn't know about that, you had to go back to the video store and tell them, hey, your game's broken and stuff. They had to write down the number for you, along with the game, when you go rent out the CD from Blockbuster, or Hollywood Video, or other video store. Insert here. And they had to give you the actual codec number, because you did not have the CD case that the game was originally included with for a rental. Same with this game. This is the digital version. They had the manual of the game as part of the digital download, which you have to look up in the manual what the codec number is. Technically, yeah, you could get it via trial and error, but most folks they weren't smart enough to think about, I'm just going to go through every single codec number until I find Meryl's codec number. And even if they did, that would, spend, at least an hour or so trying to codec call every single thing. And by halfway, most people kind of gave up on it. But, yeah, let me go take care of that thing that Sateno Ballmug redeemed. Yeah, it's about 1,000 combinations. It's freaky. Oop. Let me check some stuff up here. Where is that? There you go. Congratulations, Sateno Ballmug. There we go. That went through. And let me check out. Just make sure the dashboard alerts on Streamlabs is not broken right now. Just gonna reload that. Here we go. Reloading the dashboard. Dashboard is reloading. There we go. And that is good. That is good about that thing. Here we go. And get the game back over here. Alright. we are ready to continue our save Meryl playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 1. Unlike before, where we saved Otacon. And eventually we'll get to play as 00 Snake. But for now, we're gonna continue. Can't do any of those yet. Oop, do this one. Grenades. Pineapples and 5.56ers. Or 5.56ers and pineapples. 2 sentries. One on the left, one on the right. Armed with 5.56ers and pineapples. And you can't use that door just yet. Because that is level 4 to get after beating Ocelot. And nothing on the SOCOM, because we didn't have to use it. And that's a level 2. Oh yeah, level 4 a little bit later, but you get the idea. Maybe not after Ocelot, but you get the level 4 key card later. But before we go save Mr. DARPA Chief, let's go try out some hidden stuff. Oh, that sounds different.
The walls that were cemented over should look slightly different. Look at the walls carefully in first-person
view mode.
Try to find the walls that have a different pattern.
Master Miller, what do you got to tell me about these cement walls?
It's never a good idea to fight on too full a stomach. It'll make you logy.
Hear that,
Maybe
folks?
even sleepy.
Don't
You should wait 30 minutes after eating.
don't play video
before you
games
play.
until 30 minutes after eating. Unless you're eating while playing games at the same time, like I do often on this channel. Alright. So we're gonna put the C4 right here. C4. Whoa, okay. Cool Cuts cheered 300 bits. Happy birthday, dude. Not able to stick around, but I saw your stream in Landy's Discord and wanted to drop by some birthday bits. Hope you have an awesome day, dude. Thank you, Cool Cuts. Much appreciated. Okay, hopefully I'm away from the C4 before this explodes. If not, this would make a very funny clip. Okay, cool, you're good. But yeah, thank you, Cool Cuts. Doing some damage on Centeno Balmung right there. See some red on his health bar again. But I gotta be careful here, because I believe this is a spot that is booby trapped. Yes. Whoa, okay. Centeno Balmung actually gifting Cool Cuts a gift sub to the channel. I guess that's his retaliation attack for Cool Cuts doing 300 bits of damage to him. And thank you, Cool Cuts, for the follow after giving a sub. Normally what I say is when somebody follows is, you've awakened your latent psychic abilities, you now have the potential to become a new type. But you became a new type first, and then you followed. So we came up with this alternative thing where you are now an Omega level mutant because you were fully awakened as a psychic before you even followed. But yeah, thank you for the follow, Cool Cuts. Alright, so there are the booby traps. We gotta make sure we don't fall in the booby traps. Whoop, that was close. I was moving around on the D-pad. Oh, there we go. There's the booby trap. Okay, we're good. That was very close right there. Not really sure what kind of voice I'm doing right about now, but I'm gonna stick around with it for a moment. I'd like to thank everybody for all those bits, follows, and subscriptions for my birthday. But yeah, enough of that. Nope. Placing that C4. Wait, no, I'm still doing it. I can't turn it off. No, I'm joking. Okay. C4. I saw 1, but then you saw 4. C4. Stun grenades, don't need them. What about you? Chaff grenades, don't need them either. Alright, we're good. Uh-oh. Forgot about that one. Can't go there yet. Nothing over here. I know where to go exactly. I'm just messing around with the walls. Because this is still revolutionary from a 1998 perspective. Fun fact, Hideo Kojima actually made most of the level maps out of Legos to simulate the environments to show to the development team to get an idea of how he wants everything to look and how a player would be going through the maps by showing the Lego sets and the Legos that he made making all these maps. So at one point there was an actual Lego design of this entire map, including the pitfalls. How much of the budget was spent on Legos? Okay, so here's the thing. Legos these days cost way more than they did in 1998. 1998, Legos were actually at a more reasonable price. You could actually buy a whole bulk of Legos at a pretty decent price. You could also probably get a bunch of used Legos at a very decent price. But now, Lego sets are super expensive compared to back when I was a kid, because now they are more advanced with the pieces, and you get more things like an actual TIE fighter or a Marvel set based off of the Hulkbuster armor and other cool, awesome stuff, where they're more precise that way, rather than here's a bunch of Legos, go be imaginative, kid. They still had those sets. They're still at an okay relative price. But if you want like a themed Marvel kit, they could be anywhere in like the hundreds of dollars, which is crazy. Which is why a lot of people, if you like the building aspects of Legos, you could actually download this 3D program, officially buy Lego. It's like a Lego maker. It's like on one of their websites where you can actually simulate what you want to make out of Legos. And then you can actually order the parts you want exactly to your specifications from your customized simulated Lego set. From Lego themselves, the individual parts and how many you need. And then you can have your own custom Lego set. It's pretty cool. Like, I still collect Legos. Legos are pretty cool. I still like being inventive with them. I still like doing my own stuff. I like making recreated Marvel and Star Wars Lego sets whenever I can afford them and stuff. Which is why, if some folks were looking at my birthday wish list, you may have noticed I actually have some minor Lego stuff in there. But I actually like the Lego City stuff because they're more creative for kids and everything. And me working on some game design and other endeavors for creating things, which is why I do a lot of the Lego City stuff. But I still like the Marvel and Lego City things. Oh, so Tenno Ball Mug also gift subbing Lance Fire 99, a gift sub. Thank you for giving him the gift sub. Also, I gotta reorder my layout for this game. Where is that? Where's the big cup? Okay, big cup should be over here. And more recovery, yeah. But yeah, here is that wish list I was talking about. Again, nobody's obligated to get anything. This is just if you want to. This is for folks who were asking before, because I wasn't intending on making this before, but then folks were asking, so I made one, just in case. And you might find some Legos on there, but that's just me. Because Legos kind of my jam. Been my thing when I was a kid. But again, that's only for folks who are interested. Don't have to do it, but yeah, that's just right there. Okay, thermal goggles. You thermal your way through out of here. No, you can't. Thermal goggles does not help you. In fact, it hinders you from falling, for finding the wall right here. So we're just gonna go over here and place more C4. But you can't do it when you're already hugging the wall, so I'm gonna turn around. Do it like that. There we go. Oh, wait, there you go. And punch, punch, kick. Snake's punch, punch, kick combo was also brought over into Smash Brothers back in the Brawl days. And we'll be back in Smash Ultimate. Let's do Spinny Snake. Next room. And for those also still curious, we do have a Discord and Twitter to keep up to date on all news and happenings and games and other stuff we may be doing. If you have suggestions for the stream, feel free to throw them in the Discord or on Twitter. And wow, okay. That's all the recovery problem solved. Wow, okay. Yeah, Satana Ballmug recovering his health with that 5,000 bits. Thank you for the 5,000 bits, Satana Ballmug. So Satana Ballmug definitely setting some records as the bit boss for the channel. That's definitely true. Like, he's got a new record. He's like literally the highest bit boss ever we've had. I think like Mineta and EPAM got to him at like a halfway point at one time, and he was able to like, he did like a gift bomb and that like recovered it. Yeah, I really appreciate it, dude. You're really helping out the stream. Like, I'm definitely using these funds to help improve a lot of the equipment, because I definitely had the help Jakato get a new computer fund, as you all heard about the escapades about this current computer that I'm on right now. And I just realized, I think you're okay. Yeah, no, Satana Ballmug just overtook EPAM as the #1 cheerperson on the channel. So congratulations, Satana Ballmug. Because EPAM was #1 before, and I think with that last one, he just overtook his spot. There's the spot. Hey, High Swing Zero, how's it going? You're just in time. We're gonna be marathoning Metal Gear Solid 1 all night for my birthday, which is gonna be happening in about 35 minutes. Ooh. Okay, that might be too close. I don't want to go over there just yet. There we go. And I should probably equip these rations because I am close to being dead. But I don't want to use it yet until I have to. And this is my last ration over here. Not ration. Last C4. Which I'm going to use over here before actually going in. So that way, I can get more C4 over on that side instead of wasting it on President Baker. But I gotta be careful because I know that there's a security camera that will activate as soon as I, yep. Not stun grenade, chaff grenade. Chaff it. Chaff it up. Buzzball. From Star Wars almost. Okay. There we go. Just gonna get that ration too. Alright, we're good. Anything else we need to do here? Can't go through there yet. Can't go through there yet either. Alright, we're good. So we're just gonna go right back through that door. And we got more C4. Chat grenade. Ooh, what would a chat grenade be? Like, suddenly people discussing about something you just said a minute ago? Would that be a chat grenade? Like, if I say something about a very hot topic, I guess that would be a chat grenade. Or if somebody says something in a chat that's a very, hot topic. Yeah, I guess that would be a chat grenade. Oh boy. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to call everybody here. Then we're gonna drop another save. And I want to show you a little fun thing that kid me thought was fun, but actually pretty weird now if you think about it. So let's go. Colonel Campbell, what do you got for me, Colonel?
President Baker should be somewhere around there. Hurry up and find him. Also, you can't use your radar there. Mailing says it's because of electronic jamming. If you want to know
Chat
more,
grenade might just be when it
ask her.
explodes and jams up the chat like a chaff grenade. That is also true. That could be another instance of a chat grenade.
President Baker should be somewhere around there. Hurry up and find him.
Yeah, okay.
Also,
Master, what do you have to say?
Military
Okay, we already
sea
know about the
rations
rations. Mei Ling, what do you got to say?
Snake, you can't use your radar in that area. There's some kind of electronic jamming coming from there. I wonder what it is. Anyway, be careful.
Huh. So, override armory save. Thank you.
Be careful, Snake.
Okay. So here we're about to do something. Place that grenade over there and watch the explosion. And you can already look and see President Baker. See President Baker right there. You can also zoom in on him. He's just staring into the distance. Whoa, yeah, no, that would be a chat grenade, Satana Balmug. Yeah, watch out with that. Be very careful with that. See his thermals. But there's a reason why we dropped a save. Yeah, that'd be a chat bomb. So before you even do anything, sorry, dude, but you're gonna be eliminated in the game anyway. Wait, where's it? Where's the guy? See, you can already hear Ocelot say this.
What are you aiming at?
Or you could do something like this.
You idiot!
Yeah, you don't even know who Ocelot is yet. But he could already call you an idiot and somehow survive that explosion. Ocelot calling you an idiot was pretty hilarious back in the day. The other thing too is if you keep on firing like a SOCOM from that distance, that'd be another thing that would trigger the you idiot thing, or tripping up the bomb during the boss fight. Alright. Boop. There we go. Go over here and re-equip the ration and go in this way. C4. I'm gonna go over here and get that wall again. Activate it. Alright. Equip this. And we can take chaff grenade. We're just going to... You idiot, took that... Yeah, like, you idiot, you took my hand with that explosion. held the chap grenade too long. But we can still do the speedrun strat of running back and forth with this. Speedrun strats. There we go. Okay, we're good. Doing twin snakes is just you stupid fool. Yeah. I like the one that he says in this one better. Okay. Let's go meet Revolver Ocelot. Revolver Ocelot. C4. That's right. Touch that wire and blow up the C4 along with the old man. So you're the one that the boss keeps talking about. Yeah, okay, I already did that joke earlier. Okay. Just gonna wiggle right in there. I'm paraphrasing a bit, so the line might not be entirely accurate, but
Too late.
still generally I could almost do this. I can do almost any scene in this game by verbatim. Not 100% accurately,
He's
but
alive.
pretty close.
You're the Arms Tech president, Kenneth Baker, right?
Like I said, it's like riding a bicycle. You never forget about it.
Don't worry. I'm here to save you.
No, no, don't touch it.
C4.
Right. Touch that wire, and the C4 will blow up.
Yeah, there we go.
the old man. So you're the one that the boss keeps talking about.
Special Operations Foxhound.
Operations
Revolver Ocelot.
Revolver Ocelot. I've been waiting for you, Solid Snake.
I mean, just this whole thing about like a spy thriller video game, and all of a sudden you're fighting a cowboy. That was like mind-blowing back as a kid. It's like, I got a cowboy action figure and I got a spy action figure. Let's have them work together or fight. Now, mind you, also, Kojima was planning this scene. He also built this area in Legos, so he had like a cowboy and a spy action figure with an environment made out of Lego. Shalashaska.
Draw!
Can't draw yet, but oop. I'm just gonna call everybody before we do that.
If you've got a question about Foxhound, ask Dr. Naomi.
Revolver Ocelot is a former member of Spetsnaz. After the fall of the Soviet Union, he apparently served in the Russian tax police's elite SWAT team. After that, he joined the SVR.
He was also part of Diamond Dogs and a couple of other things you wouldn't know about until later on in the series.
He was dissatisfied with the rigid system of the KGB and wanted to get out. That's when he was recruited.
He was actually recruited by Foxhound way earlier because of Big Boss.
And totally obsessed with cowboy movies and spaghetti westerns. He's also something of a sadist. He learned the most advanced torture techniques while he was with Spetsnaz.
Yeah, he had plenty of practice. Lubyanka prison is located right there inside KGB headquarters. In a gunfight, reloading is usually the most dangerous time. But he loves it. Use that to your advantage. You'll have to take him out when he's reloading. Can you see where his number of remaining bullets?
Colonel, what are you talking about? I can count the bullets. What do you mean see bullets on the screen? That's ridiculous, Colonel. How can I see ridiculous, like, how can I see something ridiculous like bullets on a screen? I'm just counting the bullets, Colonel. It's like, really, the Colonel actually talked like that to somebody who was like, dude, what are you talking about? That'd be so funny.
Try not to cross over that yellow line, or you might set off the explosion. You might also try to phase him with a stun grenade. If you get too close to Ocelot, he'll run away and shoot you from a distance, so be careful.
All the things about him.
Don't forget that President Baker is there. He's wrapped up in C4, so don't use any type of explosive near him.
Okay, yeah, that's enough about that. Master, what do you gotta tell me?
The muzzle velocity of a bullet fired from a revolver is slower than one fired from an automatic. That's bad for you. The slower a gun's muzzle velocity, the more damage it does. That's because the bullet will tend to lodge in the body instead of going right through. Those kind of wounds take a long time to heal. Sometimes they never do. I think that's part of the reason he likes that gun. He's a real sick puppy, that Ocelot.
He's saying that despite the fact he's under your employ. That's his actual opinion about Ocelot, and that's exactly why he's hired by Liquid Snake. All those points that he just pointed out.
The biggest drawback to a revolver is the reload time. That's your chance. The biggest
Okay,
drawback
yeah, sure.
to a
Yep, nope, I'm not done yet. Nope, not done yet. Got it. What are you doing, Kodak? No, Mei Ling. What do you gotta tell me? Tell me when, Snake.
Snake, are you okay? Come on, Snake,
Okay,
you
cool.
can do it.
So yeah, as Shotgun was just saying, the Twin Snakes version of this fight is completely broken because you can just aim in first person and easily shoot Ocelot, as opposed to the chase here where you're supposed to be careful to ricochet and hope you're shooting at him. This one, you have to chase him down, make sure you get the shots in. You have a smaller life bar to work with, and a whole lot of other things to be careful with during this boss fight. But the Twin Snakes version just completely breaks it because you can just aim in first person, shoot Ocelot no matter where you're standing practically, and you have a full health bar, so you're like almost in no danger. He can't shoot me if I can't see him. Ah. He was unable to hit me with the box. Nah, I'm joking. Only works like once. Uh-oh. There we go. Give him more ammo.
I love to reload
Sure.
during a battle.
There's nothing like the feeling of slamming.
Gonna see if I get all of Ocelot's dialogue here.
Well, in his chamber.
All right, I'm alive. Let's go.
President Baker's just moaning the whole time. Alright, I'm alive again. Let's go. Oh.
You better hurry up. The old man's not gonna.
Nah, the old man's fine.
Don't you want to settle this?
Sure. Good boy.
I love the smell of Gordo.
You know, that sulfury smell.
That smelly smell. That smells smelly.
But to you, it'll be the smell of your own death.
Yep. Oop. Carefully. There we go. Oh boy. Ah, darn. I have to cycle around here.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, get back here, Ocelot. Alright. Ah, darn. Of course I finally get hit once when I'm switching over to a stun grenade as opposed to regular fire. Oh boy. I shouldn't have changed up my strategy. I should have just kept on going with the gun. Yeah, just give me that. Oop. Here we go. Oh, whoops. Unequipped it. darn it. Oh, might as well waste that so I can get another reload. When I go up here again, here we go, and just do that. Oops, hit President Baker. All right, he can take it. He's a champ.
You're pretty good. Just what I'd expect from the man with the same code.
Oh, thank you, Gregory.
It's been a long time since I had such a good fight.
Gotta head to bed, but best wishes. Thank you.
Warmed up.
Also, when he says you're pretty good for the same code name as the man as the boss. Now, is he talking about Liquid Snake or is he talking about Big Boss? Because he was his boss, and he's also Big Boss. He could actually be talking about Big Boss rather than Liquid Snake right there.
Stealth camouflage.
But yeah, apparently the SOCOM on a per shot basis is somehow stronger than the bosses in the FAMAS. Somehow stronger on the bosses than FAMAS. That's true. This is somehow simultaneously one of the silliest games and deadliest games of tag ever. True. It could be sillier. Also true. And the my hand moment. My hand! Super surprised by his hand getting caught up. That exoskeleton! The medicine! Yeah, and since they both have the name Snake, it'd be near peak silliness if we swapped out the music. Yeah, just throw in some Benny Hill right there, and you got it. Or something like that.
The DARPA chief told me he gave them his detonation code. What about
like when they're
yours?
chasing after each other.
Oh, I get it. Jim sent you.
Hi, Frank.
You're
Bye,
from
Frank.
the Pentagon.
Answer my question. What about your code? There's no time.
I talked.
What? Now the terrorists have both codes and can launch.
Actually, the
anytime.
terrorists only have one code,
It's
Snake.
not like I didn't
You
fight.
trying to stop them from launching
I
is what
managed to
causes the
resist
launch in the first
Psycho
place.
Mattis's mind probe.
He couldn't read you? How'd you do it?
Surgical implants in my brain.
Surgical implants?
Kind of like a psychic insulation. Everyone who knows these top secret codes has it.
Even the DARPA chief?
Of course.
But the DARPA chief said Mantis got his code by reading his mind.
Are you sure you heard him right?
Yeah, I'm sure. In that case, how did they get your code?
I never had any training on how to resist.
Yet you had the budget to get a psychic insulator in your brain. Do you think you
Looks
might
like
have
he had some fun with you,
sprung
all
in
right.
the extra moolah to get
not human.
torture training?
I tell you, he loved every second of it.
President
What
Baker.
happened to your arm?
He broke it.
Looks like you're more than even now. His was sliced off.
You're a funny man.
You're a funny man. So the DARPA chief, is he okay?
Dead.
What? Can't be. You know, that's not what you promised, Jim. Now you want to shut me up?
Later on, he was like, I prefer to
What's
think of it
wrong
as
with you?
good
I just
business.
told you I was here to save you. I didn't kill the DARPA chief. He had a heart attack or something.
He had a heart attack.
Heart attack?
That's
Oh, don't be a fool.
pretty bad.
Anyway, the terrorists have both codes
Only one
now.
code, Snake.
Those boys are totally
Those
insane.
boys.
They wouldn't
Yeah,
hesitate
the
to launch.
Foxhound boy band. That's gonna
But
be
what
what it
do they
is.
really
Those
want?
boys.
Who knows? Maybe they're like us in the arms industry, always looking forward to the next good war.
I mean, so this game came out in the 1990s. Boy bands were still a thing. I could totally imagine them releasing the boy band Foxhound Unit album.
No, not
Do they
anymore.
each get their own
What?
covers?
Who does then? Not the terrorists.
No,
Oh, man.
that woman,
Woman. Who?
a soldier that was thrown in prison along with me.
A female soldier. It must be.
She said she had just joined up as a new recruit.
You know, they actually
threw her
cover
in prison
Meryl
'cause she refused
being
to take
taken in
part
as a
in the
prisoner
rebellion.
also in the
recruit.
Metal Gear novel
That'd be
and a
the
couple
colonel's
other
news.
spin-off materials. Because, mind you, these soldiers were the guys in charge of the Alaskan base. They were stationed here,
I'm
and the
sure
guys
she
taking
is.
care of
She's
everything
green,
before
but
they
as
did the
tough as they
rebellion
come.
and suddenly
How
took
did you know she escaped?
these
I
folks
was
as
in
hostages.
contact
They
with
actually
her by
gave
Codex
Meryl the choice to
until I was
join up with
tied
them
here,
or
that is.
be thrown into a
Codex.
cell. And, well, we
She's
know
still
how that
in the
turned out.
guard. If she still has it, you should be able to contact her.
I'm sure she still has it. What frequency was she at?
Oh, yeah.
Let me tell you, it's... Oh, sorry. I forgot. Damn! Oh, that's right. It should be on the back of the CD case. Try to
Like, how would President Baker know that?
But tell me, if this doesn't work,
Also, a lot of
is there
people are
some other way
confused
to
because you
prevent
actually
the
get a
missile
CD
launch?
from President Baker, like right now. So they keep on checking the CD item in their equipment, and they didn't realize they meant, oh, you meant the actual CD case of the video game.
The team leader of the Metal Gear Rex project.
I know back then a lot of folks were like, I'm equipping the CD item. They're like, nothing's happening here. I got the item. How am I supposed to see the back of it?
Can't come up with anything.
Call the colonel. Call everybody.
Everett knows how to destroy Metal Gear.
Where am I supposed to be calling?
Well, he's probably being held somewhere in the nuclear warhead storage building. It's north from here. That's where he worked.
I understand, but why Metal Gear? The nuclear age ended with the turn of the millennium.
Oh, you're wrong. The threat of nuclear war.
Yeah, it's true, because in the MSX games, they actually did disarm all the nukes, but starting with this game, they brought back the nukes. Because the MSX games took place in the future at the time, because they were released in like the 80s, so they were in the 90s, and this game technically takes place in 2005, even though it was released in 1998. Lots of future prediction here.
So they just close the lid and try to pretend like it'll go away?
Essentially, yes. And they're not even doing a good job.
Hey, escaped adulting to chill because you've never seen MGS before, so why did cinematics look like some meme videos? No, that's just how it was back then, back in the 1990s.
Muff. It stands for material unaccounted for.
And a lot of them kind of are. Yeah, they turned them into memes. They weren't originally memes, but they made them into memes.
Since the end of the Cold War, Russian nuclear engineers in particular are out of work with no
Yeah, good thing the internet was starting to become a thing in 1998.
In other words, there's plenty of available nuclear material and scientists for making a bomb.
Oh, you never played the game? Dude, cool cuts. If you get the chance to, I totally recommend it. There's a lot of options if you want to go about playing it.
Russia and China still maintain a significant nuclear presence.
Like officially, you can even get the game for like less than, I think, $8 on like PlayStation Network, on like PS3, Vita, a couple of other options too, and some other dubious stuff. I wouldn't put anybody against doing that, but I try to support official releases when I can.
Due to this so-called peace.
I remember hearing a lot.
But I literally own like every version of this game possible, so I'm pretty cool in the case that if I had to do some other methods previously, it's still fine because I own the physical game, I own the digital version of the game, I own the remake version of the game, I own it on literally every system you can get the game on, so that's fine. But true, also sticking it to Konami, that is fine too. I wouldn't mind if you decide to stick it to Konami as well, because Konami has been going downhill for the last couple years. So if you want to stick it to Konami, be my guest. I'm not gonna like mock you for not doing it. Oh yeah, right there. He just said that I prefer to think it as good business line.
I don't give a crap about you and your company.
Yes, that's about what I'd expect from a grunt like you. Here, this is what you came for, right?
What's that?
See, like right there, you get a disc from the character, and then he says, I think it's on the back of the CD case. You literally get a disc from the guy, and a lot of folks were trying to mess around with that item, wondering, where's the code to continue the game? Everybody's telling me to check the back of the CD case, but they didn't know that you had the physical CD case of the game that you purchased the game in, tells you the password or the codec number to progress in the game. It was revolutionary at the time. Yeah, this game is definitely worth it. It's still like one of the best games out there, one of the best games of all time. They recently celebrated their 20th anniversary for this particular game a few weeks ago.
It looked like you knew something.
That ninja? That was Foxhound's dark little secret.
Dark little secret.
An experimental genome soldier.
You know him?
There's other options too. I mean, there's also the Twin Snakes option, which is for like GameCube. That's another option too.
Naomi.
You've got to stop.
The other thing too you could do as well, if you just for like kind of like story beats, or you want to see some ridiculous, crazy Matrix version, you can also watch the TFS Plays version of Metal Gear Solid 1, where they play the remake, which makes it less, more hardline spy drama, but Matrix crazy Japanese movie, because they got a Japanese action director to redo a lot of the cutscenes.
What are you talking
Oh yeah, there's also a PC version of this available, but that was like old Windows XP, Windows 2000, Windows 98 version. But it's still compatible with modern day computers if you have a disk drive. Didn't Final Fantasy VII come out in 1998? Actually, okay, so here's something. A lot of really good games came out in like 1997, 1998, and 1999. If you look at the actual release dates, there's a lot of good games. A lot of people claim like 97 and 98 to be like the best game, the best years in video gaming. If you just seriously look at, a list of all the games that came out in like 97 and 98, there are a lot of good titles, especially for like remaster, like reworking and getting people to rethink of games in general.
I want you and Meryl to work together.
Because this came out in 1998, along with a couple of other games that came out in 1998. But prior to Metal Gear Solid, a lot of people weren't thinking you'd actually pull off like a cinematic video game with awesome voice acting, cool cutscenes, and a whole lot of other stuff. And Metal Gear Solid proved the point that, yeah, games can be considered like an art form, or like cinematic, or actually serious. Because this is a good case of like, oh man, this is actually a mature story. The voice acting's good. The cutscenes are good. This is crazy. Because before he had stuff like Resident Evil, where it's like, Jill, don't open that door. You almost became a Jill sandwich. What a mansion. And, you know, voice acting like that, where it was like, okay, did they just hire these guys off the street? Or what's up with that? But no, this one, they actually took it seriously. Same people who were in charge of this were also the same guys who were providing the voice direction for Snatcher as well, I believe. And Snatcher was a game on the Sega CD that was also pretty crazy, because that game was voice acted very heavily as well. So very surprising. And there's card level 2, which we can't go to that door just yet. I need to actually figure out where my copy of Snatcher is, because I know it's somewhere in my house. My home that I grew up in, still there with you know, folks and everything, either in the basement or attic or somewhere. Because physical copies of Snatcher are going up for a pretty penny, and I just like collecting games, especially related to Hideo Kojima and Metal Gear. So I gotta find where my copy is, so I can throw it in with my Metal Gear collection. Because I actually played that back in the day. But I literally have no idea where it's kept. It's either in like a box somewhere, upstairs, in the attic, or in the basement, or in my room. Because I collect a lot of stuff, so it's in one of my collection boxes. And it would probably take a couple days to even go find it. I mean, knowing me, it already took a hot moment for me to find all my amiibos for yesterday's stream. Okay, we're gonna chaff our way through here. Actually, before we do, we're gonna go back. I want to hear those codec calls from everybody.
The DARPA chief and President Baker. So now the terrorists know both detonation
No, they don't.
codes.
Yeah, and on top of that, they both died right in front of my eyes.
Snake, now that the terrorists have both detonation codes, the only way to stop a nuclear launch is to either use the detonation code release keys that Meryl's holding, or
find the Metal Gear chief engineer that President Baker mentioned.
Otacon.
In any case, you should contact Meryl by codec. Wasn't her frequency written on the back of the CD case?
Written on the back of the CD case. Oh, hey, we just got a disc. MO disc, optic disc containing Metal Gear's exercise data. This says disc. We got a CD case. This is a CD with a CD case, a floppy disk. that is in a case, or potentially a disc-based system that could be in a case. I am pressing every button. I cannot see the back of the CD case. Colonel, tell me how to see the back of the CD case. This is literally what people did back in the day when they didn't know they meant the actual CD case.
In any case, you should contact Meryl by codec. Wasn't her frequency written on the back of the CD case?
Yeah, no, like, if you watch it, if you're watching this retrospectively, the maneuvers that he's doing right now, yeah, it's, not super serious. But back then, back in 1998, it was, like, taken more seriously. But with the low poly stuff happening here, it's really hard to, get a sense of it. Oh, thank you, Nevermore Star Sign. Yeah, we're doing a birthday marathon stream. My birthday is gonna be in 3 minutes over where I'm at. I'm on the East Coast. So in 3 minutes, it's gonna be, my birthday.